Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone at Summerfest. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's a great day to be alive this Friday. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Summerfest at the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone. I am Ben Brust, and I apologize to everyone listening because somehow, someway, Alex Strofe, our producer, finagled his way into sitting with us 4 across in this booth, very snugly on YouTube at ESPN Madison and at ESPN Milwaukee. You can get in the show, KBN Nation, 800-990-3776. Packer backer, Wisconsin backer, Whitewater Warhawk backer on Wear Your College Gear Day at Summerfest, I guess. Kyle Wallace rocking a nice purple sweatshirt.
You guessed, that is it. There is some special deal going on. I should have looked
Of course,
it up.
a deal in Kyle.
No, I mean, I have a pass to get in, but today is to rep your colors, to rep your university, and I'm proud alumni of UW Whitewater, UW, baby. Go Warhawks.
Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up, dressed to go to his concert that's happening around 9 o'clock.
I'm going to Tyler Childers tonight. Country, baby. Cool. So I'm dressing a little country.
And Alex Strofe sitting awkwardly in between Brad and Kyle with his arms straight out, typing like he's never typed before.
You're a little slouched down, Strofe.
Yeah, this chair, so I don't have much of a rear end, as you fellas.
We do know that.
So it's a little bit tough for me sometimes to, sit in chairs. I can't get, a full grasp. But also, you said at the beginning of the show, I finagled my way in. Not only did I finagle my way out of producing the show back at the Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All Studio, shout out to Chris Larson, I also somehow ended up in between Kyle and Brad.
I think it's so amazing. You're the center of the stream
you
right
are
now.
dead center.
And he's not
I am the most handsome man on this panel. So
Now you lying. Now you lying.
On YouTube, if you're on there, rank the handsomeness of Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Brad, Kyle, Ben, and Strophe. That's for you on YouTube. You can do it in the text line as well, but you may not be able to see us. But if you want to see our beautiful faces, you can do so.
Do you think we can handle that if people really did rate us?
We had them rate us as their favorite host. We can do,
Yeah.
So what we're saying,
tough.
what I'm hearing, Brad, is Kyle is scared that he might be ranked lower by the fans than he thinks, and he might be hurt by that.
Well, because Kyle, what do we know about Kyle? Style is important to him. Appearance is important. He's got the bling, he's got the clothes, he's got the look, the hair, all of it.
Oh,
so
wow.
you know what? If he's not, Kyle, if you're not top 2, are you concerned? Are you a little bit nervous on how KBN Nation's going to vote?
So I would say it was rigged. That's what I would say. It was absolutely rigged. If I don't win, it's rigged because, of course, I'm the most important one here.
But the YouTube comments can be, you can count those, you can look at those. They are there for you to see if it is correct, so you can't say rigged.
Or you guys are.
Unless I pull up my 8 YouTube burner accounts and vote for me.
You're getting all the bots to vote for you.
Yes,
that's what
correct,
it is.
Correct. Actually, I don't think a lot of people are going to vote for me. And
the only name that's been dropped so far in the YouTube chat at ESPN Milwaukee is DJ Strofe.
Oh, God.
It's the only name that's been dropped. Happy Friday, boys.
David is blind. That's what he is. He's blind.
And also, I know you can see our faces, but he's not able to see the 167-pound frame of Alex Strofe that has no
weigh more
muscle.
than 167 pounds. I'm probably closer to a good 175, $180 maybe.
We're still trying to figure out if Strofe weighs more than the first-round draft pick of the Milwaukee Bucks, A.J. Johnson. We cannot find a scale to confirm nor deny that.
And the chair comment still has me a little bit thrown for a loop. Do you require padded seats and chairs that you sit down in?
Yeah, so this one is going to hurt my ass. I'm not going to lie to you. This is just a plastic chair, no cushion. If I drive, how long until your butt gets numb when you drive, right? You guys, I assume, Benny, you're doing a long road
I'm
trip
going
this weekend
5.5 to St. Louis.
Look at that ESPN Beaver Dam hat.
How about
Hey,
that?
14:30 ESPN Beaver Dam. Well, Strofe, shout out to Zimbrook European off the belt line at Rimrock Road. The GLC 300 is comfy as ever, so that booty can get heat, it can get cool, it can get a massage. I mean, the car's got all the bells and whistles. You guys experienced the massage in my last car when I was driving around like a maniac.
Yeah, it was very, very nice, and I like when you turned crazy, like when you whipped around a corner.
It locks you in.
It locks you in, so my body went right because Ben was
And don't act like
crazy.
you don't turn crazy too, Kyle.
I mean, it's a little different when I'm in control.
Yeah, Ben driving Ben, driving is a pure like spa treatment because when you were driving around like that, my blood flow was like working from one body to the other.
I was going to say spa treatment. You guys were ripping my driving to shreds.
Yeah, I'm saying like it was not. It was.
Wait, you guys
we didn't
all drove
elect
here
that.
together?
No, we drove to Craig Council Park to bury the bobblehead that was the former manager of the Milwaukee Brewers, Craig Council, who is now continuing to be 9 to 10 games back in the division, which we love to see.
10 and a half, love that.
As they play the Cubs, the Brewers play the Cubs today.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's keep on extending
Three-game
that lead.
series. Let's go with the sweep here. I do want to hear earlier today, you might have heard it from noon to 2 on both of our stations across ESPN Wisconsin. You might have heard it live on ESPN Radio. But Evan Cohen, host of Unsportsmanlike, sub for Greeny, and our guy Gabe Neitzel, who you've heard across these airwaves more recently on 94.5 ESPN's morning show, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Greeny had Evan and Gabe on it, and they got together, and this magic happened.
That's embarrassing.
Don't be a fraud.
In the world today takes everything you got.
Yeah.
That was good.
Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Bum, 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 bum. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see troubles are all the same. You want to be where everybody knows your name.
Wow.
Well done, Gabe
All
Neitzel of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, along with Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike. And from that audio, it immediately got us thinking, what are the best TV show theme songs? And what I want to go specifically here, though, is there's some good theme songs, right? But what are those sing-along type theme songs? Like with good words that you enjoy hearing, and when you hear it, you automatically know and can jump in. Because I wanted to burst out singing, but I didn't want to take away from Gabe Neitzel. The first one that comes to mind for Kyle Wallace is...
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground where I spent most of my days hanging out, relaxing, all cool, and all shooting some people outside of school. With a couple of guys.
Go in if you're going to go in. Don't half-heart it.
Oh no, I had to go fast to make sure.
Well,
I remember
you can get to the chorus, you know.
y'all don't know that one?
Of course, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Every morning before lift at University of Wisconsin, we'd watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which was on, I think, TBS at the time in the mornings.
I got in one little fight. My mom got scared.
Say, move it with your auntie and Uncle Bel-Air.
There we go. Hey, we're good too.
That's a classic.
800-990-3776. KBN Nation, we're looking for the best sing-along theme songs from TV shows. Alex Strofe, Brad Nortman, who wants to go next?
Oh, I got one for you. Whatever happened to predictability?
Good job with
The
the voice.
milkman, the paperboy, the even in TV. Yeah. I don't know the rest.
What song is that?
Full House.
Full House.
Everywhere you go,
everywhere you go. We don't know the words, but we know the song.
Yeah. That's a great.
Somebody who needs you.
Hey, that was a good one.
Thank you, brother.
That was a good
Appreciate you.
Brad Nortman.
All right, guys. What do you hear? What do you think when I hear this? When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gets on a warning, I don't think you'll ever make it on time. By the time I grab my books and give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time to see the bus fly by. It's all right, 'cause I'm saved by the bell.
All right, 'cause I'm saved by the bell.
Saved by the Bell. It's an iconic one.
You know,
Iconic opening.
It is. It's just been so long. It's been so long.
Well,
Yeah.
all of these. Fresh Prince is coming in a lot. Kyle hit that one right away.
Man, what about you?
Unfortunately, the first one that comes to my head is a show that I don't like.
Okay.
Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Friends is like and that's the thing, is like, somebody get me started.
So no one told you life was
Gonna be this way.
the time's a joke, you broke. Your love life's DOA. It's like
Second year.
I don't like the show either, but I do like this
when
part.
it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year, 'cause I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. Why did you leave there for me too?
You know, that is a really good one. But there's one last one that I feel like we all know, and we're not old enough to know, not old enough not to know it. Stroke definitely grew up with it. If I said, hey, who's lives in a pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Something in yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Not all nonsense. Be something you wish.
Okay, this is
Getting weird.
how you know this song.
He was born 98. SpongeBob came out like 2 years after he was born.
Yeah,
SpongeBob's a pretty goat cartoon now. That's a good pull.
That is a classic song that a lot of people know from the age of 40 all the way down to the age of 5.
Ben, our boss and your former co-host Greg Scalzo just walked by.
And
What
he's like,
look did he
he gave us the wait, this is the show I approved to put together.
Is this live on air?
So if we're going like that, I mean I want to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Boom, boom, boom.
To catch them all is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide, teaching Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. It's my destiny.
Hey, you teach me
and I'll teach you Pokemon.
Guys, did you hear that?
What?
That was the sound of a million radios shutting off across the city.
No.
It was a classic, right? But we're millennial babies. You're a Gen Z baby. But as millennial babies, we can relate to that. Waking up, you talk about when you were in college watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but waking up in the morning watching here, whether it's the WB or UPN locally in Milwaukee, Pokemon was on in the morning when I was in like the 3rd, 2nd grade. So it's beautiful. I love that.
We won't keep singing for all of you, don't worry. But we did get inspired by Gabe Neitzel, who earlier this morning on Greeny with Evan Cohen, host of Unsportsmanlike, teamed up and sang Cheers. And Gabe did it wonderfully on the national stage.
Listen, to do that on the national stage takes some courage. Shout out to Gabe. Shout out to Gabe.
You know what takes courage? You singing today. Knowing that your voice isn't that great, but you might be warm enough for what you got coming tonight. You got you in the fields today.
Isn't that great is a compliment, honestly. I thought you'd use different adjectives to describe my voice, and rightfully so.
Chris Larson running the show back at the Gruber Lofts is one call. That's All Studios.
You going to make him sing?
I think you know what I'm going to make him do, and if you don't, you'll know why right now. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? 'Cause there's gotta be a test later. I don't know the words to this part. Back in school, play smarter than you used to be.
For those of you who say
Iconic.
Ben Brust is...
This is an idiot.
I say Ben Brust is an idiot. Right here.
We'll be back. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Summerfest. Mike Tannenbaum continues to be the biggest supporter of Jordan Love, maybe even bigger than Jordan Love himself. Because the number he threw out that Jordan Love should make with the Green Bay Packers was really big. Really big. It's not $1 billion, but we're close. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
He was the lead in the girls softball movie, the Bernstein Bears. What's it called?
800
What?
990
Tom Hanks, that movie. There's no crying in baseball. What was it?
that was A League of Their Own.
Not Bad News Bears.
The Bernstein Bears, like the book.
Bernstein Bears. Bro, you're done.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hey, it's Alex Strofe. One of my favorite days of the year is coming up quick. This Saturday, it's State of the Packers from 1 to 4 p.m. right here on ESPN Milwaukee.
I've seen enough with Jordan Love. Get the deal done and pay what it takes.
Join Jason Wilde, Gabe Neitzel, and myself live from Summerfest as we do a positional breakdown of each position group and give you an outlook on the upcoming season ahead of training camp.
I think Love is about to become special.
That's State of the Packers from 1 to 4 p.m. this Saturday right here on 94.5 ESPN.
Don't put your life on hold to earn a degree. Lakeland University has a long history of making students' dreams come true. Since 1862, build a schedule that meets your needs with options for 7- and 12-week courses, evening classes, and the ability to join classes remotely. Lakeland University is Wisconsin's leader in evening and online education. They have a main campus in Sheboygan County and 6 centers throughout the whole state. Lakeland University. Affordable, quality, flexible. Find out your next steps at info.lakeland.edu.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for your 4th of July cookout. No matter what your favorite grilling brand is, we've got it. Shop brands like Weber, Traeger, and Pit Boss. Get a Blackstone 28-inch griddle with hood on sale for just $279.99. Plus, pick up 2 16-pound bags of Kingsford charcoal briquettes for only $17.99. Get great deals on all the essentials for your holiday cookout at Fleet Farm.
The big gig is back. Summerfest is going on till July 6th, and ESPN Milwaukee will be there. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman and the Homer Hour are live from Summerfest every Thursday and Friday at the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone. Stop by and say hi to your favorite 94.5 ESPN hosts and play games for prizes. It's ESPN Milwaukee at Summerfest.
From big tailgate parties to cozy dinners for two, the freshest ideas start with a stop at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 6-pack 0.5-liter bottle or 7.5-ounce mini can selected varieties Coke products, 4 for $17. 10 to 15-ounce Old Dutch tortilla chips or pretzels, 2 for $5.50. 12 to 50-count selected varieties Dixie plates or bowls, 2 for $5. 8 to 12-count selected varieties Scott bath tissue or paper towels, $9.99.
Why'd you throw my glass across the room?
I have to keep practicing.
The vase from Aunt Sophie?
I'm warming up in case I get to take them out at American Family Field. Read this.
Win the ultimate baseball fan experience at Century Foods?
You either get to throw out the first pitch, hold the finish line for the famous racing sausages, or be on the field during batting practice. My new TV!
Just doing a little batting practice of my own.
The ultimate baseball fan experience. Return the entry form found in the weekly ad to any Century by July 24th.
One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but a way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for well over 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Finally, warmer weather, green grass, birds chirping. Don't spend your weekend surrounded by all that junk. Get your free, no obligation, same-day estimate from Two Men and a Junk Truck. You'll restore your sanity and reclaim your space when Two Men and a Junk Truck pulls in your driveway. Visit twomenandajuncktruck.com for your free, no obligation estimate today.
Keep what you love, ditch what you don't.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Well, we're moving on now. To the side.
Live from beautiful Summerfest, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. A lot of singing in the first segment. We'll spare you in the second segment here.
We're going to keep playing great TV theme songs.
We'll play great songs.
Benny, name the theme song.
Couldn't tell you.
Brad, name the theme song.
The Jeffersons.
This is the Jeffersons. Well done, my friend.
I've never seen the Jeffersons.
My culture friend from Brookfield.
Right, my culture friend from Brookfield. How often do you say that?
Not often, but I got to today.
That's the first time I've heard it.
I earned it.
He did.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. The reason why you hear Alex Strove's voice so quick is because there's a microphone in front of his face, and he's just going to talk. He's on site with us live from Summerfest.
Do you not know who George Jefferson is?
No.
Oh, my gosh. So if I just showed you a picture of a black dude who's balding.
Well, let me see. Show me a picture of George Jefferson.
I'll show you a picture of George Jefferson.
You haven't seen it.
Yeah, you should know who George Jefferson is.
But maybe I've seen it, and I just, no.
Oh, my God.
No, I don't.
He was even in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah. Don't know Uncle George.
He had a heart attack. So, you guys remember that or no?
Yeah. No, I don't know Uncle George. I'm sorry. 800-990-3776. You can get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. It's a great Friday. It looks like it's continuing to get a little bit brighter. Rain moving away. Alumni Charity Challenge that I will be a part of is at 4 to 6 at the Gruber Law Offices Sports Zone. But I do want to hear from Mike Tannenbaum, who maybe wasn't the greatest front office employee in football, but he's really good at saying interesting things about Green Bay Packers quarterback Jordan Love. So let's go to that, Chris.
If I'm Jordan Love, I am not even returning a call. I'm going to wait for Dak Prescott, and then I'm looking for $60 million a year for 10 years. And
sorry, what did you say? 10 years?
Yes, $60 million a year for 10 years. And if I'm the Packers, I say yes. Why wouldn't you?
Wait, well, hold on. 10-year, $600 million deal.
Easy. Yep.
If you are the Packers, why wouldn't you? That was the biggest question that I took from Mike Tannenbaum, who joined Unsportsmanlike across ESPN Radio. 10 years, $600 million for Jordan Love. And so confidently he says, why wouldn't you do it?
Look, if I was the Green Bay Packers, I would love to do that. I would love to lock my quarterback into what would be a discount from year 3 to year 10 of this contract. The reality is, I don't know why Jordan Love would want to do it. The only reason Jordan Love would want to do it is if they guaranteed something like $400 million of it. Now, that's a lot of guaranteed money. Either way you slice it, that would get him thinking. But if you're Jordan Love, why would you want to be locked in at the 2024 top of the market when in 2029 he's going to be like the 15th highest paid quarterback? This is the kind of thing where you want to re-up as many times as you can throughout your NFL career. I'm guessing the Packers are trying to offer him something like a 5-year deal, and he wants something like a 3 or 4 year extension. So, look, if I'm the Green Bay Packers, I write that contract out and I put it right in front of him and pray that he signs it. I just don't think Jordan Love would be interested in that because he's stuck at that yearly amount.
But the reason why, and I'm going to go a little Kyle Wallace here, I think I'm comfortable making him my franchise quarterback for 4 years. The idea of making him a 10-year, $600 million man after the 10 games, I'm willing to stop the argument there and being like, I need to see a full season before I'm committing that huge number, which would also come with huge guarantees. I turn it over to Packer Backer with green and gold goggles to answer the question.
Yeah, obviously Mike Tannenbaum, I see why he's not employed, and I also still alive from Homer. He must be smoking crack with his grandma, because that is a ridiculous statement. And, Brad, you probably joined him as well. To sit here and say 10 years, $600 million, a commitment like that to someone who has only started for 1 year in the NFL. I love Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love is going to be an incredible NFL player. But it is bad business to sit there and commit that amount of money and that amount of time to one person who has only played 10 really good NFL games and only started for a season. Again, this doesn't mean I don't believe in Jordan Love. It just means that he's not a sure thing. 10-year contracts go to big-time guys. Whether it's the NFL, you're talking about Pat Mahomes, or whether it's MLB and you're talking about Alex Rodriguez when he was playing baseball, you give those to Hall of Fame guys. Jordan Love, I believe he can be in the Hall of Fame, but he has done nothing on the field yet to make me believe that he is going to be a Hall of Famer. I think he will be, but that's a definitive statement like Pat Mahomes, he ain't there. $600 million is ludicrous.
$600 million?
But Kyle,
$600 million.
If he takes the traditional quarterback route and does a 4 or 5 year extension and then just does that every 4 or 5 years, he will never be at a discount. Jordan Love will never be at a discount. He'll always be top 10, maybe even top 5 quarterback money. He'll always be a constraint to your salary cap. If you believe in him, this is a way to at least get your quarterback and get a discount over at least some of the contract.
But that's contradicting yourself of you saying Jordan Love should sign it right away. Because if I'm Jordan Love, I want to be what you just said, right? Like if my value is X for the first 4 years and it goes up to Y, I want to get to Y. I can't get to Y if I sign the 10-year, $600 million.
Well, that's why Jordan Love shouldn't be interested in signing a 10-year deal, but the Packers should want him to.
Got it.
They lock him in because they lock him in, and at least year 3 through 10, they get themselves a deal.
But can you admit it's still scary for the Packers? You're making it seem like they should slide that over and make him sign right now.
There's a pit in my stomach as I say that. Don't get me wrong. But outside of injury,
outside of injury,
can I just say here is why Goody has a challenging proposition in front of him, because they saw him for 3 years. And then another half a season playing before they looked at him and he really took off. From everything we know about Aaron Rodgers, those first 3 years under Brett Favre, everyone was like, this dude's got it. He's the man. We are just waiting for him to go in there. Jordan Love didn't have that same impression. That's why this is all a little bit challenging and confusing. If he was so good behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 years, I would say Goody and Russ Ball would have no problem doing 10 years at $600 million. But it's like, for 3.5 years, he was this enigma, this question mark, and then he turned it on the final half of last year. So that makes things challenging.
Real quick, I think there's important context that we should add in here, right? The only other deal that has been signed in recent memory, anything like this, is that 10-year, $450 million deal signed by Patrick Mahomes,
who had
back in the 2020 offseason. Right. He had won an MVP. He had won a Super Bowl at that point.
Exactly.
So 10 years is actually the more outrageous part of this suggestion than the $60 million a year, which I actually think does have potential to come to fruition. But the 10-year part, unless you're Patrick Mahomes, that ain't happening.
Yeah, and the big thing is, like you said, Strofe, make him earn it. Build his resume to where you're at the point where you have no decision, where you know that is great business for the Green Bay Packers to lock in your franchise quarterback for an absolute decade. There is no guarantees in football, and the only time you want to guarantee that this guy's going to be your quarterback is when you know for sure that he is going to get you to championships and he's going to play at an MVP level, not just for 8 games, but for 8+ years. That's when you want to lock somebody in.
800-990-3776. Thomas and Madison chimes in. Do we forget that the pressure was all on Jordan Love and he bet on himself? Who doesn't like someone who rises to the occasion? I see that point, but when it comes to rising to the occasion, I still think 4 years at $57.5 million is still a lot of pressure for him to bring the Green Bay Packers at least to a Super Bowl. Winning a Super Bowl is the expectation, and then if he outperforms that, again, you're in the same situation. It is a good thing to have to pay a franchise quarterback because there are so many teams in the NFL that look around and envy what the Packers have done for the last 30 years, and they may be doing the exact same thing with Jordan Love. It's foolish to just be like, yeah, let's just give him the entire world. I think you want to give him a good chunk of land, but then he can get more land as time goes on.
Is the concern about the length of the contract and the number? Is it concern more about we just don't know for sure if Jordan Love is the guy?
Yeah, that's
or
why
is it
we
just
continue
being
to try
locked
and
into
find the
any
meet in the middle area because the unknowns.
Exactly. You can't predict the unknowns. There's a guy here who played basketball for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I remember he signed a $90 million extension. His name is Michael Redd. I think it was like a 6-year, $90 million extension.
I think his name was Michael Redd.
No, it's Michael Redd. And you know what happened to Michael Redd after he signed that extension? Not too long after?
Injuries.
He tore his ACL, and he was never the same player. Now, I'm not saying
you can't do business like that.
No, I'm not saying
that could happen to Mahomes too.
I know, but Mahomes had proven that he deserved that type of contract, right? Even Michael Redd proved that he deserved that type of contract. But what I'm saying is there is risk to this, and until Jordan Love proves to me and he proves to the Packers organization that you need to lock him in for 10 years at that amount of money, then we don't do that. Like Ben said, and me and Ben are on the same side on this one.
Right, for once.
4 to 5 years makes sense, but 10 years is asinine.
You'll never get another opportunity to do a 10-year deal.
That's fine.
Ever.
Hey, that's fine. You know what? If I have to, if 5 years from now I got to pay him at the top,
so
that
you
means
just keep paying him top dollar.
I'll pay him top because if I got to continue to pay him top dollar, you know what that means? That means that I'm probably winning a Super Bowl. That means he probably is MVP conversation, and that means the Green Bay Packers are still the cream of the crop in the NFL.
Kyle Brust and Nortman live from Summerfest. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, and Alex Strofe on site discussing what Mike Tannenbaum said with unsportsmanlike saying, if you're the Green Bay Packers, I don't know why you don't do 10 years, $600 million.
So, Brad, I heard you say you'll never have the opportunity to do it again. Mm-hmm. You obviously played in the NFL for 6 years. You know how these contract negotiations go. It seems to me like you're open to this more so than the rest of us, the idea of a 10-year contract for a guy that had a really good half of a season.
I think it's very team-friendly, and if you believe in Jordan Love, why wouldn't you do it?
I hear you on the team-friendly, and believing in somebody is one thing, but 10 years of a commitment to a quarterback has only been done for somebody who's won a Super Bowl and proven that he is going to be one of the greatest of all time.
I just think when you look at roster building, if you're always paying top dollar for your quarterback, you're always going to be hamstrung when it comes to creating a complete team around him. At least with this scenario, you get your quarterback, and over the course of the contract, you give yourself more and more room to do it.
But if he's not that guy and you have him for 10 years, it doesn't matter what you build around him.
I mean, that's fair, but
that's why 4 to 5.
It's your belief level in Jordan Love.
Brad, another thing that you're missing here is this. If Jordan Love outplays his let's say, $60 million a year average, and all of a sudden somebody's getting paid $75 million 5 years from now, do you think Jordan Love, if he wins 2 MVPs and he wins the Super Bowl, is going to be content with making $60 million a year? His value goes up. So what does he do? He goes and renegotiates his contract. The players have so much control, not as much in the NFL.
Quarterback.
But
he has 5 years on a contract. He has no leverage to be able to restructure.
But 10 years, in 10 years, he's going to, in 10 years, if it's still at $600 million, $60 million a year, I promise you, he's going to take issue.
It will be fascinating.
Somebody's getting paid a lot more who's not.
He would take issue.
It will be fascinating because I don't know off the top of my head, but we got to be halfway through this 10 years of Patrick Mahomes of that deal. At what point does he come to the table? I mean, we haven't heard any rumblings, but if I'm Patrick Mahomes and I'm seeing
it's only year 4,
that's what I'm saying. We're getting towards the midpoint, and he's probably looking at the cap going up. He's probably looking at his value. How team friendly does he want to be?
Guaranteed money that's built in there.
I get
the annual average value.
I get that, but at the same time, if you're seeing the average annual plus what he can get on top of what he's already shown for value, that could reset everything even further because of how good he is.
He's leaving money on the table. He's for sure.
Big time.
Pat Mahomes is for sure leaving money on the table, regardless of what the guaranteed money is.
3 Super Bowls.
But I agree. He should be very happy because at the end of the day, he's a rich man.
We all want to be paid the most.
He's going to get. Listen, his legacy is cemented forever. Pat Mahomes will always be known as a legendary quarterback. He's always going to find ways to make money. So if he wants to do a team-friendly deal, he can absolutely do that. But nobody can get mad at him if he looks around and says, "Oh my goodness,
I'm the 20th average annual. I know I got all this guarantee, but damn."
If he sees a Kirk Cousins type 5 years from now, a J.J. McCarthy, let's say that, because let's say J.J. McCarthy is like Kirk Cousins, like the guy before him. He'd be like, "Oh heck no, I can't have him making $20 million more than me. Y'all gonna have to pay me."
800-990-3776. Live from Summerfest, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Reluctantly, I'm going to go to Alex Strofe with becoming relevant, but I want Kyle to tell us how to protect our assets.
Oh, yes, y'all know I love talking about protecting your assets. And if you go to amfam.com, that's exactly where you can do that. If you're looking to bundle your home and auto insurance, or you're even looking into life insurance, American Family Insurance can completely do that. And like I always say, when I am here at Summerfest, all I think about is American Family Insurance. Whether it's the AmFam house that they have just, low-key concerts at, or where Brad's going to be at tonight when he's going to the Brad Childress. No,
Tyler Childress. I wish it was Brad Childress.
The Tyler Childress concert. American Family Insurance is a staple in our community, but not only are they a staple in our community, they can be a staple for you. So if you are looking to bundle your home and auto policy, or you're looking just to get a quote, make sure you visit amfam.com. That is amfam.com. Because remember, life's better with a home policy with American Family Insurance. So insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Visit amfam.com today.
A lot of singing today. Becoming relevant with Alex Strofe. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Oh, no, not Coach Booty. People said yes, good riddance. He didn't do enough.
Not Coach Bud, but
Coach Booty.
They call him Booty, Bud? Did
they call him
Coach
Booty?
Bud. When I said Booty.
Only his friends call him
when
Booty.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Sunday. It's racing season at the legendary Great Lakes Dragaway, and our schedule of events is ready. We've still got our yearly holiday weekend races like Labor Day weekend, plus Nitrous Streetcar Brawl, Import Wars, and Night of Fire. You can also book corporate and private events. Take advantage of our season-long passes and even schedule a time to take your car down the legendary quarter mile. Go to GreatLakesDragaway.com for pricing and info. Great Lakes Dragaway, just a burnout west of I-94 on County KR. Be there.
Home practice is about to begin. Your daughter's new tap shoes? Loud. Your son's new tuba? Louder. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft Greystone. So if you lose track of expenses buying some noise-canceling and sanity-saving headphones, we've got your back. You got this with $50 overdraft Greystone from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate, when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at Discount Liquor.
It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. There is no other party like Summerfest. Buy any one 15-pack of 16-ounce aluminum bottles of Miller Lite, Coors Light, or Coors Banquet, or any one 12-pack of Vizzy Hard Seltzer, and receive one free Summerfest ticket. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and in Barstow and Maine in downtown Waukesha.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
See us for your free Summerfest ticket and check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Discount Liquor.
Multiple sclerosis is an unpredictable, often disabling disease of the central nervous system. Symptoms vary from person to person, as MS does not discriminate, and anyone can be diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. With one of the largest MS incident rates in the country, Wisconsin is a league leader in the number of people living with MS. The National MS Society funds cutting-edge research, drives change through advocacy, and provides programs and services to help people affected by MS to live their best lives. Connect with nationalmssociety.org to learn more, get involved, and to show much love to people living with MS.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but despite what a certain national online company tells you, a car's not one of them.
Let's see. Cheese Doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. Green 4-door hatchback. Honey, we're gonna need some more quarters.
Sure, they make it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online. And unlike those national companies, you get to see the vehicle in person and test drive it before you buy it. You also have the assurance that the vehicle's been thoroughly tested, and if any issue does come up, your local Adam member dealer is right here to service it, and can also provide low financing and top dollar for your trade. Think about that before you take a chance with their so-called vending machine.
What? It's stuck! No! Oh, rats!
Start your search at adamm.com.
The Island Resort and Casino is the Midwest's premier resort destination, giving guests the total experience with a luxury hotel, full-service spa, live lounge and headline entertainment, multiple dining options, and more, all surrounding a lively Vegas-style casino. And atop many a golfer's bucket list are the island's 2 championship courses, Sweetgrass and Sage Run. When we say your total experience, we mean it. Plan your getaway today at islandresortandcasino.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls.
Relive the greatest postseason run in Milwaukee Bucks history with the Bucks in 6 podcast. Bucks in 6 presents a special series commemorating the Bucks title run back in 2021. Oh, the glory days. From the thrilling 7-game series against the Nets to the 50-piece, 50-burger from Giannis in the finals. Immerse yourself in the sounds of each playoff round. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now, bucks.com/plus, PLUS, the Bucks app, or on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
That is the voice of one Alex Strofe. You may have listened to him on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison, because it's a Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, you can hear Mr. Irrelevant at 12:30. He's clapping for himself. That is just wonderful. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, also here with you. I am now off the video stream. Who's running point around here?
Well, it's blowing, so it kind of just depends. There's a lot of wind going on.
So if you're not here just to lay up and sit up,
you're pulling the Jesse Nelson right now.
Guys, I don't know what you want me to do.
A bunch of water got on the camera.
You're the on-site producer. What are you doing?
On-site, ready to go drink and party.
Works. I'm not ready to drink a party yet. I'm hanging out with you guys.
Well, it is time to hear from Alex Strofe. It is time to become relevant.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
I'm in on nepotism.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, what a surprise.
What's that supposed to mean?
What a surprise.
Bronny James selected by the Los Angeles Lakers with the 55th overall pick in yesterday's round 2 of the NBA draft. For the first time in NBA history, there will be a father-son duo on the same team. LeBron James and Bronny James selected towards the end of the second round. I love it for the Lakers. Who the hell else were they going to pick except Bronny?
An actual player that probably deserved to be picked. But, hey, it's nepotism. And I'm happy for him. I really am. I think about it. This is a father-son duo, right? And LeBron James, one of the greatest players of all time, came into the NBA with all this hype, and he lived up to the hype, and he surpassed the actual hype, and now he has an opportunity to play with his son. I mean, it's absolutely incredible.
It is cool.
And shout out, that's the story. The nepotism is what it is. That's American way. But you know what? Shout out to LeBron James and Bronny James for the opportunity to play together and make history.
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable, the longevity of not only the ability to play that long, but then have a son that's actually capable of playing in the NBA.
He was in the league, and he was taking care of a little baby, and the baby's with him.
It's incredible.
Little baby.
And yes, Bronny James is maybe he wouldn't have been drafted if it wasn't for the Lakers and his dad playing there, but still cool. I don't anticipate seeing much of Bronny James on the floor. But cool to make history and cool to witness it.
Are you implying, Kyle, that I'm a nepo baby? Because you said,
no,
what a surprise.
I'm not saying you're a nepo baby. I'm saying you're not against nepotism.
I'm just what I'm sad about this thing is that Bronny and the agent said, all right, if you draft him and it's not the Lakers, essentially he's going to go to Australia.
Or the Suns, I believe.
Yeah. What my point is how many second-round draft picks actually end up working out?
Not a lot.
Not
a lot.
Malcolm Brogdon won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. But again, we're talking about the outliers.
Correct.
I just would have loved to have seen a team if it was the team before the Lakers draft him,
which was the Boston Celtics, by the way.
Send him to Australia.
Yeah,
ruin the party. Lakers-Celtics rivalry renewed, except the Celtics have a brighter future than the Lakers, in my opinion. That would have been fun.
They've been the ultimate troll.
It worked out too well. I wanted more drama with this.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ben.
Yeah, the Celtics could have got away with it. The only problem is Rich Paul is so powerful.
You're right. He is a powerful agent. He does have a lot of people in the league.
Yeah.
I'm having a dilemma for day 5 of the marathon here at Summerfest. I want to see two different bands. They play at the same time on the stages furthest apart from one another.
Oh.
My girlfriend really wants to see one band. I want to see the other more.
Strofe, just stop. This is a marathon of 9 days of Summerfest. You have made her.
This is
not
against music day 1, though.
Not
like if I power rank the days.
I get it.
It's day 1.
I get it, but not against her will has she done this. She's doing it because she loves you. But I think an olive branch today of having her come to 9 days of Summerfest with you and going to her concert would be the right move, because even if this is number 1, you get 2 through 10 of your favorite concerts that you make her go to.
Am I actually about to take relationship advice from Ben Brust?
Honestly, it's great relationship advice. You can tell Ben is mature before our very eyes. This is a father and a fiance. That is great advice. Benjamin, I couldn't agree more.
Thank you, Bradley.
If it was an artist you loved she wanted to see, who's an artist you hate?
Hate?
That might be too strong. Don't even say that. If it was an artist you hated, then that's a very real dilemma. But if you actually like who she wants to see, but you really like the ones that she doesn't, you make her happy, bro. You both have a good time. You share that moment together.
So it's not a bad.
And AJ Hawk might come around, you know?
You never know who you're going to see.
I don't.
800-990-3776. He's on the Pat McAfee show.
He's a Packer icon.
Is Tua going to make it here too, or no?
He is in Thanksgiving.
I was going to try to give you advice, but I was so confused.
All American Rejects is the band I will end up at.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good band.
It's still solid.
Who's the band you want to see?
Hippocampus.
Oh,
like in the brain.
Yep, in the brain. Brilliant name.
Look at me. This is what you do.
Here we go.
You go to All American Rejects. You go there for the majority of the time, and then the last 15 minutes you say, "Boo, I love you, but let's go see Hippocampus."
Yeah. Bad news, though. I looked up the set list. This is how deep I am.
I was going to ask about the set list.
Dirty Little Secret, Gives You Hell, and another song by the All American Rejects are the last 3 they play.
Oh, that's even better.
Hippocampus, all of their hits, back to back at the very end of the set list.
Oh, no.
Because I thought maybe, I could start with Hippocampus, then mosey my way. Oh, yeah, so I don't know.
But if you're a true fan of the band, then I know you're not going to hear the favorite 3 songs.
Yeah,
but if you can,
I'm leaning. Yeah.
you can make this work.
I'm gonna miss Swing though.
Oh, Swing by All American Rejects.
I love when Kyle just goes, the amount of times that a song has been mentioned, or a singer in our Summerfest Summerfest singer or Packers employee. He's been like, I know that.
I hear songs, but I don't know who makes them or who creates them.
It's almost as AI as when Brad starts Hear Brad Out on Wednesday with, all right, guys. I know them.
Good song. All American Rejects are definitely good.
Got to tell you about Road America. The Trans Am Speed Tour is coming this weekend, the 28th through the 30th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. RoadAmerica.com for your tickets. That's RoadAmerica.com for your tickets. Make the most out of your summer. You can camp out. Kids 16 and under are free with a paying adult at the gate. I think it is an absolute no-brainer if you want to have affordable family fun to go to Road America. You can rent a golf cart. I'm telling you, for the best time you can have with the family. Camp out, get great food. RoadAmerica.com for tickets today. Kyle has a dilemma. He needs KBN Nation's help. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Milwaukee County, you need to shovel the pathway to the lake, okay? I had to step through snow in order to get to the lake.
I think Kyle's the Karen of the show.
I think
he's high maintenance, for sure.
I think Kyle pays taxes in the county of Milwaukee that just went up, so I expect for this stuff to be plowed.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
Right now, they'd be a toss-up with the herd.
People just don't know how funny mean you are.
Come on.
Well, I mean, that's mean, but it's funny, and the funny trumps the mean, and so you laugh.
But there might be some truth to that.
Of course there's some truth to it.
The Homer Hour with Homer. Weekdays from 5 to 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN and streaming live on YouTube.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust for Road America. The best place in Elkhart Lake is America's National Park of Speed. Make the most out of your summer at Road America. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Up next is the Trans Am Speed Tour at Road America on June 28th through the 30th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets at RoadAmerica.com. That's RoadAmerica.com.
This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. You hear me talk all the time about Bank 5-9 and their mission to make lives better. That mission extends beyond their customers and communities to their employees. Bank 5-9 was just honored again by Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel as a top workplace. That makes 15 years in a row. They were named the #1 mid-sized employer in the region and earned special recognition for the company's overall direction. Want to learn more about working with my friends at Bank 5-9? Visit bank59.com/careers. Equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text TIP to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text TIP to 42424. That's TIP to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Jen Latta here from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. I have told you about the delicious pizza you can find at Proof Pizza inside St. Kate. Now there's even more to be excited about with new sandwiches on the menu. Available every day from 11 to 4, you can enjoy options like the turkey pesto, the meatball hero, the Italian hoagie, and more. Skip the same old lunch at your desk and grab a delicious sandwich from Proof instead. Order inside the restaurant or directly from the bar at St. Kate. Explore the new sandwiches and the rest of the menu at proofpizzamke.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher, and summer is here. But if you want your parking lots and asphalt to be ready for winter, you have to remember the 3 R's from Johnson & Sons Paving. Reseal every 2 to 3 years. Repair when you see signs of cracking or potholes. And replace if there's constant standing water, buckling, or sinking. Don't scare customers or tenants away because of a bad parking lot. Connect with Johnson & Sons today before minor repairs end up being huge headaches. Schedule an appointment at johnsonsonspaving.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Oh, yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Summerfest. I'm Ben Brust alongside Packer backer Kyle Wall, Super Bowl 50 runner-up Brad Nortman, and Mr. Irrelevant Alex Strofe is relevant with the microphone in front of his face with us at the booth. You can see his smiling face on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee or at ESPN Madison. And you, KBN Nation, can get into the show 800-990-3776. It's ladies' night in the Wallace household coming up. Am I right?
It is ladies' night at the Wallace household for the first time. Ain't no woo-woo. We don't get down like that, so ain't none of that. We ain't swinging nowhere but to our own bedroom. But it is ladies' night.
Swinging in our own bedroom. More details than I wanted, Kyle.
What do you got hanging in there?
No, swinging too, because I was saying we're not swinging.
Yeah, we got it.
Alluded. You freaks. But no, tonight is ladies' night for the first time ever, and I do not know what to do because with it being ladies' night, am I supposed to stay there at the house? Am I supposed to go down to the basement? Yes. Am I supposed to go somewhere else to kick it? I have no idea what to do, but I feel like I'm not allowed in my own house until after 9 o'clock tonight, and I don't know what to do with my time.
Oh, you think it's only going to go till 9?
Oh, hell, wait a minute.
Chance.
No, wait, what?
No chance.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, don't be a sucker, Kyle. That's what they say just to allow the doors to open. And then continues on.
Conversation flows.
Yeah, the wine is flowing.
Does Kyle Wallace need to kick women out my house tonight?
Good luck.
Is that what I need to do?
Sounds like Kyle Wallace is sleeping in the basement tonight.
So I gave relationship advice to Strofe, which was solid. I think Brad's got this one for Kyle.
Well, were you asked to play a role in this?
No,
like to help
not at
prepare
all.
any food? Or I could see Kyle in the back with the blender.
Did you say, do you want me around?
No, well, I don't want to be around them, right? Because it's not that.
How many ladies are we talking?
It's only going to be 3. It's only going to be 3.
That's pretty tame.
It's not too many, but the thing is that when a brother get home from work, the last thing he want to do is hear a whole bunch of kikiing inside his house. He just want to be relaxing and watching TV.
Kikiing?
He and kiki, that's making noise. Like, you know how women, they laugh, they giggle, they get loud. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, nobody got time for all that. And so when I get home,
you are so rude.
I'm not rude. Listen, I work all day, and I come home, I want to relax. But I understand that two people live here.
Did she work?
She did work.
Yeah, she wants to have some.
She worked from home today. Actually, I didn't get to work from home today. I didn't get to do that. And so what I'm saying is that.
Did you know where you're at right now?
I was just about to say.
We're at Summerfest.
Yeah,
we're in here.
Yeah.
We have some captain's deck passes that I'm sure we can find for you.
Yeah.
Have a couple of drinks.
That is an option.
Kick back, relax.
That is.
And then you come home.
I need to know
and then
the
you come
rules.
home, and it could be 7:30, 8 o'clock, and they're like, Kyle! And then they want to hang out with you, and then you're like feeling a little bit better about hanging out with them, even though you probably wanted to relax, but you couldn't because this is the situation.
Yeah, Kyle, you got to isolate yourself. You got to isolate yourself, whether you be in your basement.
Yeah.
You talk about your dad always appreciating his sanctuary in the basement.
Sure
There's
did.
a reason for that. So you got to slip in, slip out. You got to be completely self-sufficient down there. Do you have a bathroom? Do you have drinks? Do you have food?
I do.
Be completely self-sufficient
Do you have TV?
down there.
I got my big boy downstairs.
Then just go downstairs. What's your whining?
Close the door, hit the lights, and allow some Kyle time.
Okay.
You need some Kyle time, right?
You got some cigarettes?
You know what? My dad does.
Kyle time.
No, I like this. I like this rules of engagement, the steps of what I'm supposed to be doing as well for all of that. Now, what about this? What if they decide that they want to involve you in their ladies' night because they have more than one bottle of wine, and then all of a sudden they get all giggly and they want to come downstairs and bother you?
Well, see, that's that. I doubt they'll come down to visit you, but what you're going to get is, hey, Kyle, we got a question for you. Looking for like a man's opinion on something, right?
Wow.
So you got to be careful to loop in. What you got to do is poke your head up. You can't get into the room and sit down.
Okay.
You got to poke your head up.
Hey, ladies,
and
how we
say,
doing?
hey, what do you need? The minute you settle into conversation, you're hooked.
All right, so poke the head around.
Poke your head in. give the insight you got to give insight to, but you got to let your girl have her ladies.
Yeah, my role is typically the drink maker, but if they're going straight wine, you're off the hook.
And a drink maker is a good role because you kind of set it, and then you retreat.
And then you make yourself a stiffer one.
Kyle, I just have this visual in my head of you popping only your head out of the basement door.
Hi, baby. How you doing?
Hi, baby. How you?
What y'all need? Y'all good? What y'all need?
I'm really having fun down there. I just wanted to check on you, but I'm going to go back down there unless you need me.
Okay, so when I come home, is there anything specifically I need to do? Because they're already going to be underway when I get to the crib then. Is there anything I need to do? Do I just say hi? How quickly? Because what happens
if what you do is you fake a phone call. Fake a phone call, and then get off the phone call, check in. Hey, I'm just going to go downstairs to unwind a little bit. Hope you guys are having fun. I'll check back in a little bit.
I hope your lady's not listening.
Sounds good, baby. I love you.
Hope your lady's not listening.
You should be celebrating this evening. You know why?
Why is that?
Because, look, in any good relationship, it's not transactional by any means. But there's deposits of I'll meet you in this and you meet me in that, and you kind of get a little give and take. This is you giving a little bit and giving in the easiest possible way. All you got to do is just let her have her girls'
But what
night,
if it
but
goes
you
too
isolate
late,
yourself.
though? What if it gets time for
then
my
you
bedtime?
can have people over and go too late next time.
And not to get too specific with the Wallace estate, but how far?
It's not an estate. It's
a house.
It's a single-family home.
How far is the meeting area of the girls from your bedroom? Or would you be able to get to your bedroom and actually have some peace and quiet?
Nope, I got to walk straight through them and get to my bedroom.
And I guess you'd hear them as well.
Yeah, it is a one-story home. It's not an estate. It's a one-story home, single-family home.
Yeah, that's tough. You're in trouble. That's the only place I see friction. It's 11 o'clock and they're pouring another drink, Kyle. It's 11:05 and they're doing another round.
Another quick timeout here. If we're being honest here, I know Kyle's talking.
No, I'm dead serious.
I know you're dead serious, but let me just tell you how it's going to play out.
Okay.
Because we've been through this. I've been through this.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle, I know you.
Uh-huh.
You have a fun personality.
Oh, yeah, I can.
And it is a ladies' night.
Yeah, it is.
But no matter what happens, even if you try to lock yourself in the basement, even if you try to find time for yourself, Kyle's energy and charisma and character is going to be wanted by the ladies at some point. And you will be hanging out with the ladies.
He's going to have PJs on, sitting pretzel,
a cup
of wine,
and he's going to be doing the
pint of ice cream.
With them.
Kyle, you're
Hey, ladies, I'm home.
What are we gossiping on, ladies?
No,
you like the trash TV shows that we're going to talk about.
Your man did what?
That's the funniest thing you've ever said on the radio.
I've met these women before. They're very nice. Very nice.
Your man did what? Are you kidding me?
No, he didn't.
All right, because my backup plan was maybe ditching out and going kicking it with the parents for a while. That was my plan that I was going to do, my potential backup plan. But it looks like you guys are saying the right thing to do. Go to the crib, relax, say hello. Go downstairs. If they call my name, Kyle, go upstairs. Don't go all the way up the stairs. Poke the head around. What's up? What y'all need? You good? Oh, yeah, he's trash. Oh. Ben's calling me. I catch y'all and go back downstairs.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, well, make sure you call me. Call me at 9.
It's a flawless
9:30.
plan. Flawless.
All right, well, I appreciate you guys' help. We'll see how it goes.
What is going to happen if it's 11:30? And the party's still going, and they start another drink. What do you do?
You know how you
need a game plan.
You know we've had the bell situation when we go somewhere, we go to get attention.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. It's late, ladies. Ain't it time to take y'all behind?
You're not going to say that.
You're
not going to say that.
Full body stretch. It's so late.
You might. Yeah.
I'm gonna get that look. To her. I'm gonna give that look to her. She know what that look
bedtime,
is.
baby.
But we've all been.
We're swinging.
No, we've all been at family parties where all of a sudden we've said we've been here enough. It's time to go.
Everyone, you give the look.
You get that look like no. Don't get no more food. It's time to go. I'm ready to go.
Grandma's going crazy. It's time to go.
I'll give her that look. So I'll give her that look. Get to 11:30. I'm giving her that look.
Well, here's the good news, Kyle, is I have a suggestion, and that would be to stop and get some Screamin' Sicilian pizza. But it's a Screamin' Sicilian Friday, which means we're going to give away a Screamin' prize pack. Because you hear me talk about the tavern style, the thin and crispy, the 2.5 feet of stuffed crust in the I'm stuffed cheese pizza. Strofe is getting his dance ready early on the stream. The OG Screamins, you know them. The Bessie's Revenge, the Holy Pepperoni, the Boss Hog. Then you got the specialties. You got Ultimate Deluxe, Primus Maximus, and the best, the Mambo Italiano. Mambo! Find your screaming pleasure at 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-3776. Caller number 4 for the amount of people we have sitting next to each other in a tight space. Caller 4, you will win a Screamin' Sicilian Pizza prize pack. 800-990-3776. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, live from Summerfest, back in 2 minutes.
Tired of looking at dusty, dirty, and cracked garage floors? Hi, this is ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta, and I'm here to tell you how you can get a fresh new look with Floor Shield by Showtime Floors. Using a state-of-the-art coating 4 times stronger than traditional epoxy, it's tough enough to be used in military bases and airports. Floor Shield is certified as an anti-slip floor. It's also eco-friendly, all while being UV stable, and my favorite part, easy to clean. Contact Showtime Floors today and mention ESPN for 10% off. ShowtimeFloors.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at discount liquor.
It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. There is no other party like Summerfest. So get the fun started by stopping into Discount Liquor. When you buy any one 12-pack of Terrapin Craft Beer or any one 12-pack of new Happy Thursday Spike Refresher, you will receive 1 free Summerfest ticket. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee and in Barstow and Maine in downtown Waukesha.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
See us for your free Summerfest ticket and check out our specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
Cousin Subs features only the finest Wisconsin-made cheeses and dairy on their menu. And now the time has come for even more cheese, as Cousins is happy to introduce their new Cheddar Supreme cheese sauce. Order this cheesy treat on their new cheese fries, chili cheese fries, or add cheese sauce to your favorite sub. More cheese? Yes, please. Order today at any location, online, or via Cousins mobile app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy morning 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone at Summerfest. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
An important question was asked during the break. Chris Larson relaying the message, running the show. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin live from Summerfest. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, and a pleasure to have Alex Strofe on the air with us live in person. You can see him on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison.
Handshakes, fist pounds. Better start reaching.
Yeah, I had to figure out how to make the camera work.
You're the touchiest man on this panel. You're not even allowed to talk to me like that.
What? Am I touchy?
You're touchy, but that's okay.
No. You're the,
yeah, you do a lot of
Okay,
those.
you guys are both
See what
very
I mean?
touchy.
He does a lot of
Brad,
those.
I'm happy to be on the
When
air.
he reaches the crowd, don't reach across people to touch him.
800-990-3776. Congrats to our Screamin' Sicilian prize pack winner, who raised an interesting question for Kyle.
Rick.
If the drinks are flowing, will you offer up your services as a rideshare?
Offer? No. I would offer up the Uber app or Lyft app. That's what I can offer up and tell them to open up their phone, and then maybe me and my girl can bring the car to them tomorrow morning. But at 11 o'clock at night, what do I look like? I look like I'm going to sleep.
I was like, I don't know what you look like.
There's systems made for that.
That is true. Okay, that settles ladies' night for Kyle Wallace. But Brad was in the Brad Cave, the brainstorm room, putting together an idea that I don't know what it is. So it's a pseudo hear Brad out. I tossed to Brad Nortman.
All right, guys. I'll start the same way. All right, guys, I was thinking about it. You know what? We were at Summerfest for our fourth day here, fourth and final day, unfortunately, at Summerfest. So we're going to be here.
And
I've loved it. Yeah, true. Loved every minute of it. And it got me thinking, okay, we all have these opportunities to go see live events. Live sports, live events, live music is the king experience type of atmosphere. But I was thinking, if you had to pay good money, whatever that means to you, top dollar, big money, to go to one of two events, which would you go to? I'm going to tell you what the right answer is. Would you go to your favorite musical artist at a concert, an awesome concert? Or would you go to your favorite team in a big game? Whoever that is, Packers, Badgers, Brewers, Bucks, whatever that is. Would you rather go to the sporting event and pay a bunch of money to go to the sporting event? Or would you rather pay a bunch of money to go to the concert? The answer is you go to the concert. You go to the concert because there is nothing like it. Live music is completely unique and there's no way to recreate it. The only way that you can even get close to it is like listen to a live album or watch it on TV. There is nothing close. That type of experience is nothing like going to live music. It's immersive, and in a crowd of people that also love that music, that is completely unique. And even more important, if you're paying big money to go to whatever it is, a sporting event or a concert, I'm concerned I'm going to be let down. And you go to a concert, there is almost zero chance you're let down. You are always compensated for your money because you are not going to be let down, and you're going to be given a great performance.
The letdown thing is a really, really strong argument in this, Brad.
On the other side, if you go to a sporting event, I totally get it. I love sports. I'm a sport guy.
I'm a sport guy.
I'm a player. But if you go to a sporting event, there's a 50-50 chance that you walk away with a loss, and you have forked over hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars to go to this big game, and you walk away dissatisfied. You walk away bummed and depressed, and you walk away with being less wealthy because you paid all that money for it. And here's the other thing. You can recreate that atmosphere a little bit by just having an awesome home setup and having a party. The viewership and the viewing experience of sporting events is so good nowadays that I'm not sure it's even as good as going to a game. So for me, if I'm going to splurge, if I'm going to pay big money on an experience, give me a concert 10 times over going to a sporting event.
800-990-3776, a mini here, Brad out here. Brad says if you're paying top dollar to go to your favorite team's big live sporting event or to go to your favorite artist concert, he says concert all day. Kyle Wallace, what say you?
Well, Strofe did this little fist bump with Brad at the end, but I want to ask you a question here, Strofe. Mm-hmm. What you're telling me based off that fist bump is that you may be leaning and agreeing with Brad. So if you're saying, I don't know, the Milwaukee Brewers this year in October are playing Game 7 of the World Series.
Oh, wow.
You're saying you want to go see the All-American Rejects or Hippopotamus Brain over the Brewers in Game 7? Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me if the Green Bay Packers made it to the Super Bowl this time, where you're not a child but you're actually an adult, where you can afford to potentially go to the Super Bowl?
No, I can't.
You're not going to go to that? If the Wisconsin Badgers made it to the college football playoff championship game, as you say, Ben, championship game, and you're not going to go to that, we can keep going. Team USA World Cup Final. They're coming in 2026. You're choosing music over those type of memories?
Get them off the air.
Insanity.
Get them off the air.
That is insanity.
If the Badgers were in the national title, I'd go to that over anything.
Exactly.
Six-pack abs on the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube stream answers it perfectly for me. If your team loses, it kind of sucks. Nobody loses at a concert except for short people.
And as someone that has experienced the pain of loss, it sucks. It sucks. And I didn't even put that together until right now, and maybe my pain is deeply rooted in this argument. But
you're just trying to justify what you paid for those Tyler Childers tickets, Brad.
Yeah,
that's all you're doing right now.
Exactly. But when it comes to the look, I get it, Kyle. But think of how depressed you are when the Packers lose and you just watch it on TV. Think about that level of depression. Imagine you spend $1,000 going to that game and they lose. That's a very real possibility. That level of depression would be next level compared to what you'd be feeling normally.
Hang on. I got to do this. I mean, what a beauty. Kyle's the best dressed guy that we've had on the show. Back to back Final Fours for the Wisconsin Badgers,
awesome.
Repping some alumni. He had his Warhawk gear on. Knows the Alumni Charity Challenge is coming at the Gruber Lofts Sports Zone.
So I'm rooting for me. Yeah, I'm rooting for Ben and I'm rooting for the Badgers. The Warhawks aren't playing, but the whole point of this is I had this shirt on because I wish to set championship, but I still absolutely love the fact that we even got that far. A concert, guess what happens with a concert? You can go again and see him. You only have one time potentially to be able to see Ben Brust in the national championship game. They didn't make it to the national championship game.
He didn't make it. Aaron Harrison.
But the next year they did, but you don't have a lot of opportunities to do that. When the Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl in 2011, you thought, you're going to be doing the Pack Arena many times between 2011 and 2024. Guess what? We ain't had no Pack Arena ever since. And so you need to take advantage of the opportunity when your sports team actually makes it to that game. You got to be there. I was there for Game 6 of the Milwaukee Bucks, and I got memories. I got confetti still in my car from that day. I got videos on my phone.
And you went on the floor.
I sure did go on the court because it was a great memory. You can never take that away from somebody.
David Gruber of the One Call That's All Studios. Pop your head right there to show the folks. Actually, let's put it on the mic. David Gruber joining Kyle Brust and Nortman.
One call, that's all, David Gruber.
How are you doing, David?
Wow, that's a motley crew.
Yes, it sure is. And it's great to have you on as we're in the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone. I will be participating in the 3rd annual Alumni Charity Challenge that you so graciously sponsor and help put on. Do you root for me?
Yes.
Yes!
Hey, I like that.
I put up a good performance. We've won the last 2 times. You got your money, a little bit of win today. What are you thinking today?
There's been a little drama the last few years, I have to say. A little excitement, a little drama. The wind, minimal factor.
Okay, minimal. So he's already getting my excuse out of the way for if I shoot bad. Now, David, we are having a conversation about, we're at Summerfest, right?
Yes.
If you had to pay top dollar to go to your favorite team's, let's say a Game 7 of a championship final, or your favorite concert in the world, but you can see him one last time, which one are you choosing?
My team in a Final Four or one of my favorite artists for
one last time?
Like what experience would you prefer if you had to pick one?
My world, I guess it would be my team in the Final Four.
Thank you. That's a real guy. We got a bunch of concert goers over here.
Well, you know what's interesting? We just saw Billy Joel Friday night in Soldier Field.
How was that show?
Asterisk, as we're walking down the street, Stephen and I, Jabari walks by.
Hey, wow.
It's a big city. It's a big city.
That's wild.
That's random.
That is random.
That's really random at Soldier Field. And Billy Joel, he's, we only go to see people that are like over 75. We're going to REO tonight, so the lead singer is not 75. And we're going to the Sphere. This is all this week. Very relevant question.
And then the debate was yesterday.
Ben clearly does his homework. We're going to see the Eagles at the Sphere, where I've never been to.
See, that's what I had written down.
So that's it.
Is Dead and Company at the Sphere is the one that I would be like,
because Billy Joel, I don't know how long he's going to do it more. We've gone to many, and the Eagles, this is supposedly it. But yeah, I still haven't recovered from Auburn losing to Virginia in the final.
Exactly.
And that's the risk,
point.
That's the risk, because you could do all of that and still lose. That's the fear of
you're
going
talking about the
potential outcome.
The lousy feeling that everything was big weekend, a lot of expense, all the emotion, and then you lose. A couple years later, you're still upset about it.
Because, David, if you go to the Eagles at the Sphere, guaranteed great night. Guaranteed. But you could go to Game 7. They could win. It could be great. They could lose. And not only are you upset, but you're a couple $1,000s, less wealthy.
So your discussion or your argument is the euphoria or the angst worth it against
the heartbreak,
the guaranteed experience?
Yeah.
Give me euphoria every time. It's a great show on HBO, and it's a great feeling when your team wins.
Cody chimes in with this. Cody says, I paid $400 to see Rodgers' last game as a Packer, and he lost. And so that is his memory. But if he paid $400 to see somebody at the Sphere in Las Vegas, I think he's walking away with happy memories.
Yeah.
Well, I paid $400 to see Beyonce in Las Vegas. Let me tell you, I want my money back.
Really?
Well, a surprise.
David Gruber from Gruber Law Offices. He is the studio sponsor of our 94.5 ESPN One Call That's All Studios. These are the remote One Call That's All Studios. David, thank you for joining us and providing great insight, and thank you for supporting the
I was actually just in the neighborhood.
Was Jabari Parker going to see Billy Joel with you?
No.
I didn't know if he was a Billy Joel
fan. He's the nicest guy in the world. He was walking down the street with his brother, and he lived on the street that we were randomly walking on. Wild. Very random. It's a big city. That's a big city. It's a big city. So.
Well, thank you for all the support that you do with us and what we'll be doing in the Alumni Charity Challenge.
All right, have fun later. Bye,
More
guys.
Kyle Brust, Nortman on the other side. That was David Gruber joining us. Don't go anywhere. But first, Chris, I got to tell everyone about Potawatomi Casino Hotel because the brand new sports book is amazing. 2,000 square foot video wall, a great kitchen, a full bar, a VIP deck, a broadcast booth, and did I mention? Yes, I did. A 2,000 square foot video wall. Get your bets in. We talked about over 9.5 for the Packers. If you like that, go do that. If you think there's some value on the Bucks to win a championship, you can go do that. It's all there for you at Potawatomi Casino Hotel's brand new sports book. We continue our conversation and play Summerfest, or we don't know the category next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
If I was as tall and as talented as you, if I could shoot as well as you could, both them teams would have won. Because you know what? You did a fake punch, you said, in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
And I would have did fake point. I would have took it to the house. I would have scored a dang touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Westbound on 94. Looks like we've got an accident right at the county line. It's off on the left shoulder. So watch for the delays past that. We've also got backups out of the Marquette, pretty much from 16th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound's backing up a bit from just before 76th Street all the way through the Stadium interchange. Northbound 43 is backed up, heading out of the Marquette all the way up to about Keefe. Southbound slow from Silver Spring down to Keefe as well. Traffic is brought to you by Great Lakes Dragaway. A quarter-mile-long drag strip plus a drift pad, even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedules and ticket information at greatlakesdragaway.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, scattered showers, isolated storms, a low of 69. Tomorrow, chance of showers early, partly cloudy, then isolated afternoon pop-up showers with a high of 86. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light.
This is not like let's pretend there's competition so we can get our guy right. I think they have doubts about it, and he's going to have to earn it.
I'm not sure, even if you don't have to give up a ton to get DA back, I'm not so sure I want to mess with what we got and pay him that dollar amount.
Wilde and Tausch, weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Many people with unique homes reach out to Pella because our team of experts can customize windows and doors that match architecture from any era.
I love that I have a home that is 100 years old. It's a historic district, and we didn't want to ruin the look by having modern windows in an older home. When I found out that Pella had an architecturally accurate product line, they simply guided us and helped us to make a great decision for our home.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 36 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Certain restrictions apply at 6/30/2024.
Tired of power outages disrupting your life? Make them a thing of the past by getting a Generac home standby generator from Adams Generators. Adams Generators is the largest and #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. With 24/7 emergency support, our factory-trained technicians are standing by to assist you. Visit adamspower.com/generators to make sure your power always stays on. That's adamspower.com/generators.
This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. You hear me talk all the time about Bank 5-9 and their mission to make lives better. That mission extends beyond their customers and communities to their employees. Bank 5-9 was just honored again by Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel as a top workplace. That makes 15 years in a row. They were named the #1 mid-sized employer in the region and earned special recognition for the company's overall direction. Want to learn more about working with my friends at Bank 5-9? Visit bank59.com/careers. Equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
The big gig is back. Summerfest is going on till July 6th, and ESPN Milwaukee will be there. Kyle Brust and Nortman and the Homer Hour are live from Summerfest every Thursday and Friday at the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone. Stop by and say hi to your favorite 94.5 ESPN hosts and play games for prizes. It's ESPN Milwaukee at Summerfest.
Discover the difference at findhigherlove.com/CBD. Higher Love Cannabis Company is the only cultivator in the UP offering organic, clean, green certified products. That means quality you can trust every time. With 7 locations across the UP, including Menominee, Norway, and Ironwood, finding your higher love is easier than ever before. And for our friends in Green Bay, Higher Love is less than an hour away. Kindness starts with you. Experience Higher Love today. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD and follow them on social media at Find Higher Love.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
No one's better than Gina Della from Pella and the work that Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin does for your home. Go to the showroom in Madison or Milwaukee, and you will experience what Brad and I experience. You can have fun with windows. They have so much to play with, so much to fit your home. Whatever budget you are, you can see the styles, you can see what you want, tell them the budget, and they make it work for you. And you know why? Because this.
And you know what? Whenever I see something like that, I think, how am I going to afford this? Pella has a solution for you. 0% interest for up to 36 months. 1, 2, 3 years of 0% interest. You get that premium Pella product today, and you get to take advantage of their 0% interest for up to 36 months. This ends June 30th. It's only 2 days away, so there is no time to wait. Act now and visit PellaWI.com today.
We're live from Summerfest. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show, playing some air guitar. He's not running the show. I don't know why I said that. That was just completely
I'm doing about the exact opposite of that. I'm walking out with the people right now.
Chris Larson actually doing work. Thank you,
Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Did you thank Chris for letting you just drink as soon as 5 o'clock comes?
I feel like I have probably over-thanked Chris over the course of the last 2 weeks.
Chris, is that true?
Chris, have I thanked you enough?
You've done a very good job of thanking me. I really appreciate it.
Is it getting sort of weird how much he's thanked you?
Oh, no, it's always nice to thank your teammates.
Oh,
well said, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Chris, I just want to thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for being a friend.
Oh,
Thank
so
you
Chris
for
is your friend?
being a friend?
Oh, wait, you're calling Chris a friend?
Chris, he won't even call us
Time
friends.
out, Chris, that was very misleading by me. I just wanted to, play on the work. Thank you for being a friend. Chris and I, we're not friends. We're colleagues and co-workers of our life. Teammate.
100%.
We've been doing... Yes, and Chris is the same way in terms of Kyle's thought process. I feel like they are very cut and dry when it comes to what work and what friends are.
Fellas.
What we're going to do now, what happened?
I cooked.
Oh, Alex Strofe says he cooked. We've been playing a fun game with all of you. Summerfest singer or... We don't know what the category is, but Chris, hit that football music.
All right, fellas. Full transparency. Oh, Ben almost fell off the stage. He's okay now.
Oh, wow.
Full transparency. I came up with this in the last commercial break. 4 minutes of prep, and I'm confident in it. Today's category, I'm looking, is it a Summerfest singer or a 1992 Milwaukee Brewers pitcher?
92.
Wow.
92.
That is very specific.
Right. Very specific.
You were all babies, so I imagine you probably don't remember most of them. So, 1992 Milwaukee Brewers pitcher or Summerfest lead singer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Name number 1, Ricky Bones. Ricky Bones.
This has got to be a pitcher. I mean, this guy sounds like a tough reliever that throws some stuff back for the 1992 Brewers. Give me the Brewer.
Did the 92 Brewers have stuff?
No, they weren't.
No.
They were pretty bad. They're pretty bad.
They weren't very good. We sucked.
This feels too easy to be a pitcher. Ricky Bones is probably like a rock star, man. This guy's jamming at Summerfest.
Is it Bones or Bones?
It's actually pronounced Ricky Bonus.
Bonus. Oh, Ricky
That
Bonus.
changes things.
That changes a lot.
Big difference.
That changes a lot.
Thank you, Chris
I
Larson.
doubled down. I doubled down on pitcher.
Hey,
That
for the
is
record, I did not know how to pronounce it, but I actually stand by the mispronunciation.
And for the
because
record,
it sounds like a rock star.
did we talk this morning to say you should probably prepare Summerfest or and not 4 minutes before the segment?
Is it spelled Bones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it's Bones. I would never say it's
course.
Bonus.
No, Bonus. I'm going to go pitcher. I don't know.
Well, I think Chris correcting you gave you the answer.
Well,
it is a Brewers pitcher from 1992.
Well, that's
Ricky
what
Bowness.
I was trying to figure out.
6'0", 190-pound right-hander.
6'0". He's 6 foot.
Yeah.
That's true, Chris.
6'0".
6'0". Yeah.
6 foot.
6'0". All right, next one for you. Cal Eldred. Cal Eldred. Is that a Summerfest lead singer or a 1992 Milwaukee Brewers pitcher?
Summerfest singer.
Yeah, that's
I'll say pitcher.
That's contemporary rock written all over it.
Cal Eldred, 6'4" right-hander for the 1992 Milwaukee Brewers.
Dang.
6'4", big boy.
That is a big boy.
Johnny Capisi. Johnny Capisi.
Johnny Capisi.
Is that a 1992 Milwaukee Brewers pitcher or a Summerfest singer?
I don't know how many Italian Americans are pitchers.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Now,
Summerfest singer.
Summerfest singer for
Summerfest
sure.
singer. I'm going with
rocker.
Summerfest singer, yeah.
Lead singer of Nightly, Johnny Capisi.
Johnny Capisi. Great name.
Thanks for the
Strong name.
I didn't know Italians didn't play baseball.
Doug Henry.
It just didn't ring a bell.
Sal
Frelick, I guess.
Sal Frelick, baby.
Good call.
Doug Henry.
Wow.
Is Doug Henry a 1992 Milwaukee Brewers pitcher or a Summerfest lead singer?
The Screams singer. Or, excuse me, the Screams pitcher.
It does, right?
This is
Screams pitcher.
Bad in the face.
vanilla pitching name. Doug Henry.
I'm pitcher too.
Middle reliever.
Yeah. 6 foot.
Is this unanimous?
It's unanimous.
255 pounds.
255.
That's a tank. That's a big boy.
Can he get across the mound?
6'4", 205 though. For Doug Henry.
Oh wow, little slender guy.
Yeah, that was easy.
Doug Henry.
Well built.
Johnny Rzeznik. Johnny Rzeznik.
Oh, this is a tough one. Johnny Rzeznik. I'm gonna go with
How do
the
you know
artist.
the name so well?
I'm gonna go with the artist.
I don't know, Kyle. You tell me.
I'm gonna go with artist too because you pronounced it like you knew him.
I also pronounced Bones like I knew him.
That's true.
Bonus.
I'm going to go with Summerfest singer.
And are you all? Is this unanimous again?
Summerfest.
You guys are smoking me today. Lead singer of Goo Goo Dolls, Johnny Rzeznik.
Well, that's why you said it with confidence.
You didn't.
I didn't know his name until 4
You didn't
minutes
cook.
ago.
You didn't cook like you thought you cooked.
No, I just think you guys are getting better at this.
No, it's how getting better at it. We don't know anybody's name. It could be random.
Ron Robinson.
Ron Robinson.
Ron Robinson.
This is a handlebar mustache guy. Ron Robinson, handlebar mustache, pitcher. Milwaukee Brewer pitcher.
I was gonna say artist.
I'm going to go pitcher.
Ron Robinson, that's an artist?
It's probably some alias, a different alias they go by.
Pitcher.
Pitcher.
No handlebar mustache, though.
Really?
Sorry to disappoint.
That's a shame.
Sean Welgamed.
Excuse me?
Sean Welgamed.
Are you pronouncing that correctly, Chris? Can we
Could
fact
be
check
Welgamode.
I've never heard the name before, so I can't really say if it is pronounced correctly or not.
Well said, Chris. Sean Welgamed or Mode.
This is the kind of guy who has a name that's not stage worthy, and he changes his name to something else. Like,
Did you know that Jesse Nelson's
Sean
name
Phoenix.
isn't Jesse Nelson?
Why are you telling us?
Because we've talked about it
You
before.
told me that, and when I heard that, my mind turned into spaghetti.
I
That was
thought that wasn't
unbelievable.
known.
Jesse Marszewski.
To be honest with you, I didn't think Kyle Wallace's name was Kyle Wallace.
Why?
I thought that was a radio name.
Why? What did you think his name was?
Well, Wallace
Jamal?
just seems like such an average.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Why'd you say that? Why'd you say that to me off the air?
Oh, now you're blaming that on me.
Wait. What conversations are happening?
Exactly.
That conversation
I just
never
wanted
happened.
you to know that that's what we're talking
How
about.
common is that? Changing your name to make it more radio savvy.
It's pretty common.
Really?
Pretty common.
I probably should have did it.
Yeah,
What would you have been?
Kyle Wallace
Lance
is
Davis'
great.
last name isn't really Davis.
Lance Davis?
Is not. Yeah.
Lucenager or something.
Why are you exposing these people
I don't think you're
on
supposed to
air?
be saying their names on air.
He's checked out. He's thinking
Our
about his
program director is standing 3 feet
Yeah.
to the right.
He's shaking
He's
his head.
shaking his head at Benny.
Trying to create
Wait,
space.
that guy's never answered. Sean Welgamed.
Don't care.
Singer who changed his
Don't
name.
care. Kyle, what would your name be if you could choose?
Kyle
Bones.
Bones.
Kyle Bones.
Hey, it's Kyle Bones and Brust and Nortman. I don't know.
Bones, Brust, and Nortman.
Bones,
We
Brust,
could
and
do all
Nortman.
last names.
BBN.
BBL.
BBL, Jizzy.
BBM. Pitcher.
Lead singer of Seether.
Hey,
Wow.
powerful.
Finally got one. Finally got
Brad, tell us about Carbless.
I would love to tell you about Carbless because I'm out here. It's a Friday afternoon at a music festival. I'm getting all the Wisconsin summer feels. And when I start to feel that way, it's just reaction at this time. I grab a Carbless because it elevates every experience when you want to have that premium cocktail in your hands. And the taste alone, everyone tells me the first time they taste it, they finally understand this. This is what I've been talking about the whole time. And they keep on innovating their flavors left and right. The new 8-pack, 4-variety margarita cocktail package. You got to try it. If you haven't tried it, you got to go to your local retailer or online and get it because it's unbelievable. Margarita flavors I didn't even know I needed until I tasted it. And there's, of course, the classic cocktails like Paloma and Moscow Mule and all the fruit flavors like cranberry, black cherry, and lemon lime. So there's something for everybody. But guys, I'm looking to get that beach body. I know, but I'm working out. I'm eating healthy. I want to be able to kick back, relax, and enjoy, but also be able to, feel good, feel guilt-free. That's what Carbless does for me. I don't get that guilty feeling when I drink. No carbs, no sugars, gluten-free, 100 calories per can. I still don't know how they get the perfect level of carbonation. So much to make it feel refreshing, but not enough to give me that bloat. Made right here in Wisconsin, so make it a part of your Wisconsin summer, just like I'm doing, just like everybody I know is doing. Discover why Liss is more and find them online and at retailers near you.
Bruce Ruffin.
Pitcher. Sinker.
Pitcher.
It's
Ruffin.
time now for
Ruffin
me to say goodbye to KBN Nation.
Oh, you're cutting out early again. What is wrong?
And he makes fun of me for not working.
To go play basketball.
To go raise money for Guarding Against Cancer. And you guys should be supporting me. Thank you very much.
I can support that.
The Alumni Charity Challenge at Summerfest in the Gruber Law Offices Sports Zone is on track for 4 o'clock. Strofe, I leave you with Kyle and Brad. I don't know who's running the show.
Yeah, we should probably figure that one
We'll
out.
figure it out together. In the break. Next, I'll be stopping by.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You throw hands?
Do I throw hands?
With T.O.
Will I? I throw hands with Andre the Giant, man.
I love you, Lou. That's Lewis from the North Side. The North Side always knows.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
An accident on westbound 94 right at the county line, Milwaukee-Waukesha County line. That is going to be affecting your ride just a little bit. Luckily, it is off on the right shoulder. We do have another accident on the ramp from 27th Street to westbound 894. That goes along with the delays that you're getting anyway because it's a construction zone all the way to 68th Street. And one other issue, this is on 94 northbound, just north of the Racine-Kenosha County line. The right lane is blocked with a broken down vehicle. So give yourself a little bit of extra time to get through that. Traffic is brought to you by Dave & Buster's College Night Thursdays. College students get a free Dave & Buster's Power Card when you show your college ID. Dave & Buster's College Night Thursdays, 9 p.m. to close. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 57. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. Showers likely, less than a quarter of an inch, though. A high of 70. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lozga on 94.5 ESPN.
Even when you get a great price, diamonds cost a lot of money.
But we want you to be able to buy the engagement ring you really want.
You won't have to settle for anything less than fantastic when you come to Kessler's.
We do everything in our power to make it possible for you to give her that magical engagement ring you really want her to have.
Friendly financing makes it possible.
We can give you 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit.
And with approved credit, we can give you 36 months to pay with just 9.99%.
And if getting your credit approved is a problem, we've even got second chance financing for people who deserve a second chance.
Don't settle for second best. Come to Kessler's.
Seriously, we do everything in our power to make it possible for you to give her that magical engagement ring you really want her to have.
That's the sort of thing you can expect from us when you hear us say, "Welcome to Kessler's."
Welcome to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com. And one more thing, welcome to Kessler's.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls. For every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. That is 5 years. Restrictions apply. Tell them I sent you and get an additional $250 off your project. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to UWD.com.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect.
For the ultimate sports betting experience, get in the game at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Unleash your inner champion with dozens of betting kiosks, a VIP deck, high-end bar, first-class restaurant, broadcast booth, a 2,000-square-foot video wall, and more. It's a sports fan's paradise, 24/7. Bet above the rest. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Visit the website for more. Must be 21 years old. All bets must be made on site.
It's Brewers Cubs. It's the I-94 rivalry. It's your chance to defend American Family Field. Be here June 28th through the 30th for 3 huge Brewers games. Find your spot for the action at brewers.com/tickets.
The biggest names in the basketball world.
Dame Dollar Lillard.
Having fun and honest conversations.
He puts it in the shoe, right? And sets the tone for brothers and sisters and family.
Every week, Thanasis Adetokounmpo sits down with special guests on Thanalysis Show. Presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and curbless, ready-to-drink cocktails.
Fantastic.
Find Thanalysis Show on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And on YouTube by searching Thanalysis Show.
Spending more time at home? Don't forget that 94.5 ESPN's on your smart speaker. Just ask Alexa to open 94.5 ESPN. 94.5 ESPN on Alexa is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
They finally cut me loose. Kyle Brust and Nortman rolls on live from Summerfest. I'm Alex Strofe in for Ben Brust, who is getting ready for the Alumni Charity Challenge alongside the Packer backer, the heartbeat of the show, Kyle Wallace, and the longtime NFL veteran, former Badger, Brad Nortman with me. Fellas, Full House. We were talking earlier on the show. Great theme songs. I think this might be the greatest of all time, the Full House theme song.
This takes me completely back to childhood. I can see myself in my parents' living room watching that, and even the montage going, right, where they kind of like lean in and they're smiling and all these different areas. Great one.
Absolutely classic song. I'm upset that I didn't know it when you started singing it at first, but when I hear the actual song and not you doing your karaoke version of it, classic.
I was an avid watcher as a kid of Nick at Night, and I was like 9 years old, but I had just started getting into the internet. They were giving away $10,000 on Nick at Night.
What?
I signed up. I won the $10,000.
No.
You had to be 18 years or older to win. They wouldn't let my mom claim it. Missed out on $10,000. Yeah.
That is a travesty.
I was in like 4th grade. I missed out on $10,000.
Yeah, had you been smart and actually consulted with your parents, you would have put their name down.
Yeah, but I was like laying in bed watching Full House, watching Bob Saget and Dave Coulier.
How did you submit an application to win that $10,000?
They didn't ask for my birthday.
You called in?
No. It was all online. It was like on their website. Nick
he grew up with computers.
Yeah, okay, good point.
We didn't have that as kids.
You old men,
We had video games and outside. Yeah. You know what outside is? You know what a basketball
where we currently are?
Oh, okay. Just making sure I know this is foreign to you.
Yeah, that's fair. Kyle Brust and Nortman, your way into the show on the ESPN Wisconsin Talking text line, 800-990-3776. There's been a lot of discourse and conversation over the last several months about the Packers quarterback Jordan Love, who we all know, right? There is a one answer to the question, what is the most important position in sports? The answer to that question, Brad Nortman.
Quarterback.
And that is Jordan Love. But aside from Jordan Love, as we get ready less than a month away from training camp, who is the second most important Packer when it comes to the Packers' upcoming success, we hope, in the 2024 NFL season? I defer to the Packer backer of the show, Kyle Wallace, behind Jordan Love. Who is the most important Green Bay Packer?
And so this isn't so much who is. This is so much if the Green Bay Packers are going to take the next step and be a consistent championship team over the next 4 years or 5 years, because that's the expectation. We're not thinking what Mike Tannenbaum is thinking of 10-year contract. We're thinking 4 or 5 year extension for Jordan Love. And with that, there is somebody on the defense that if they step up and elevate their game to a Pro Bowl level, the Green Bay Packers defense could be solidified and more consistent. And the name that is it's Quay Walker. If Quay Walker turns into a fringe all-pro guy, if Quay Walker turns into a Pro Bowler, if he turns into an enforcer, a consistent enforcer that can keep his head cool and stay calm when everything around him may be chaotic, the Green Bay Packers defense will be a top 10 defense. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. If Quay Walker becomes a stud on the inside, the Green Bay Packers defense becomes nasty. Mark my words.
That's a good answer, Kyle. And my answer might surprise you guys a little bit. Because when I think about this question of who's the most important Packer, so Jordan Love comes to mind. He's the top of the list. Because I think, who is the person that if the Packers lost, if they changed teams, if they were tired, if they got hurt, the Packers would be in big trouble. And you know who it is for me? It's Coach Matt LaFleur.
That's what I was going to say.
Coach Matt LaFleur. Now, he won't get hurt. But
he has gotten hurt.
Yeah, he has gotten hurt, but it won't keep him from doing his coaching duties. But guys, if something were to happen where Coach LaFleur be removed from the Green Bay Packers, I think he's such a lifeblood and culture setter for this team. That's not even what he's known for. It's more of like the execution of the offense. He is. We talk about how can all these young guys and young receivers and offensive line, what is it that allows them to play so well? Well, the common denominator is Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is putting them in a position to be successful. He's the one in Jordan Love's ear that's helping him be able to read defenses and be able to play the quarterback position at a high level. I don't think it's any surprise that Matt LaFleur has had success in his coaching career and success as a Green Bay Packers quarterback. So to me, the Packers are going to have success. Jordan Love, shortly behind him, Matt LaFleur as the most important Packer.
Before you answer, Stroh, I just want to let you all know that I don't like that answer.
Why?
That's a sneaky.
He's a Packer.
No, Packers player, guy on the field that makes the impact. Obviously, Matt LaFleur is going to be second to him. Matt LaFleur probably is more important than Jordan Love.
Nah, probably not.
Because Jordan Love's success is based off the fact that he actually got really good coaching from Matt LaFleur. I understand how good Aaron Rodgers was, but it was no shoe-in that Jordan Love was going to be a great quarterback. He's only had one head coach. He's only played in one offense, and that is Matt LaFleur's offense. So Matt LaFleur should get the credit for the development of Jordan Love. And so that's why Matt LaFleur is clearly one of, if not the most important piece for this Packers team and franchise. But give me a player.
Okay, I'll give you a player. Then take coaching out of it. Rashawn Gary. Rashawn Gary is the next most important guy. The pass rusher, to get consistent pass rush on a quarterback in a passing-driven league is absolutely critical. We've invested a first-round draft pick into him and a next contract extension. We've seen him in clips. We have seen him go on 2.5 sack games, 4 fumbles. When he becomes a game wrecker, it's easy to get victories. When he becomes absent, it just seems like the defense is languishing and it's a close game. So if Rashawn Gary ever turns it on consistently, then consider him my most important Packer player after Jordan.
Rashawn Gary, Quay Walker, Brad and Kyle's answers respectively of who the second most important Packer player is to their success in 2024. What say you? Hit us up on the ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-ESPN, or on the ESPN Madison or ESPN Milwaukee YouTube streams. We are not on a boat, for those of you wondering. It's just very windy. Our camera setup being a little knocked around.
If I was watching on YouTube right now, I may get seasick.
Might be seasick. Yeah, a little bit.
Feel like we're on the Titanic, huh?
You can get us there as well if you want to chime in the comment section on ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison. Rashawn Gary and Quay Walker have one thing in common, fellas. They both play on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah.
They have a new defensive coordinator. How is the defensive coordinator going to change what we see out of the Packers defense? You can't walk up with your baby and just not expect me to keep rolling.
Hey, baby girl.
Yeah, you go.
Benny and Baby Brust coming to wave hello to us. Hi, guys.
So cute. Elite cuteness coming out of Baby Brust.
It's a shame that Ben produces adorable children.
Yeah,
shame.
It doesn't seem
it's a true travesty to the United States of America. But anyway, I'm with you guys. I'm on the defensive side of the football as well. However, I don't view it as Rashawn Gary. I don't view it as Quay Walker. I view it as the offseason addition of Xavier McKinney.
Oh, okay,
right?
Okay.
And while safeties may not make the biggest difference to your defense, they are certainly the stopgap. They are certainly what they are called, the safety. You stop big plays. You stop anything bad that is happening to your defense. And given what we know as Packers fans the last few years, bad things happen to their defenses. Having a reliable top-end safety on this defense is going to make a much bigger impact than I think anybody realizes, as Xavier McKinney was viewed as one of, if not the best safety on the free agency market this offseason. And the Packers went out and hit a home run, and they got him. And now, to be paired with guys like Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes and the rookie Javon Bullard in the defensive backfield, I don't know that Jair's necessarily the captain as much as he wants to say he is. I think Xavier McKinney, with captain experience from the New York Giants, is going to come in and play a major role on this Packers defense. So all three of us going defense after Love when it comes to the most important piece in 2024.
So will my follow-up question to this be, what's your confidence level that they are going to be the player that you expect them to be that second most important Packer?
Kyle? When it comes to Gary, you better get some double-digit sacks coming off the edge now. Go ahead, Kyle.
For me, what I look at is I'll read the headlines, I see the hype. And there was a disgruntled gentleman named Devondre Campbell who basically said that the defense that we were in, and other people have said this as well, the defense that the Green Bay Packers had under the last defensive coordinator, that I shouldn't say his name, but I will, Mr. Barry, was holding Quay Walker back. And they say in this new defense under Jeff Hafley, Quay Walker can flourish. He can actually be the player that he was meant to be based off of his skill set. So I look forward to seeing Quay Walker actually take the next step. Because remember, his rookie season, it wasn't a bad season on the field. It's just you expected him to take another step mentally in his head and physically on the football field, but he just was not consistent enough. Now will this new system allow for him to grow and be more consistent? I sure hope so. But based off this conversation we're having, the 2024 NFL season for the Green Bay Packers truly hinges on how well the defense is going to play. We think we know what the offense is, but clearly, if we think the second best player is Rashawn Gary, Xavier McKinney, or Quay Walker, and the fact that the Green Bay Packers invested on that side of the ball with Xavier McKinney as well, I would say so. The defense is the most important thing going into this season for the Packers to be successful.
Yeah, and I saw a stat that the Green Bay Packers allowed the 9th highest QBR of all defenses last season.
Baker Mayfield, perfect QBR, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Which is just absolutely inexcusable. Inexcusable for what should be a championship-level team. So my confidence level in Rashawn Gary, actually pretty high. I have high expectations for him. So this is his now second year coming off the ACL, and he's a hand-in-the-dirt kind of player. He's the guy that in Michigan was a field wrecker with his hands in the dirt. I think he's going to be able to thrive with this 3-4 system, hand in the dirt, spread himself out a little bit. So I'm expecting that what you said, Strofe, anything less than double-digit sacks would be a disappointment.
Agreed. He got close last year.
Wait a minute. Do you have confidence in Xavier McKinney? A guy you've never really seen play before, let's be honest. You saw highlights of him. You've seen him play against the Packers.
Correct.
But a guy that we're all living off the fact that we've seen highlights.
Kyle, I've watched Darnell Savage for the last 4 years. I'm pretty confident in Xavier McKinney getting the big check.
Hey, don't you talk about the Jacksonville Jaguar.
Yeah. Don't you blaspheme those Jags.
I'm Alex Strobe from Ben Brust alongside the fellas Brad Nortman, Kyle Wallace. It is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin live from Summerfest. I see some of the responses coming in. We will get to those coming up next. But first, Kyle, tell us about your great friends over at Underdog Fantasy.
I love telling y'all about Underdog Fantasy. And I always tell you, make sure you get in the game today by downloading the Underdog Fantasy app on your phone in your app store, or you can visit UnderdogFantasy.com. That's UnderdogFantasy.com. And when you do that, make sure you sign up using promo code KBN. That is promo code KBN. And when you do that, guess what? You get to use a nice little mystery special pick on your first pick of entry. Plus, on top of that, you also get a deposit offer. So whether you want to put some opportunities to win on baseball, whether you want to do the WNBA, whether you're into soccer and FIFA going on with the Copa America, you can play the Underdog Fantasy app and you can win up to 100 times your money. It's so easy to play. You pick between 2 to 5 players from 2 separate teams. You select higher or lower on those player stats. If your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. I'm telling you, if you think watching sports is fun, wait till you watch it with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. Visit them today at UnderdogFantasy.com or download their mobile app in your app store. And remember, use promo code KBN, and they will give you a deposit offer and also a special a special mystery pick to use on your first pick'em entry. Must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Consumers to play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Who is the second most important Green Bay Packer after Jordan Love? Want to hear from you on that. 800-990-3776, 800-990-ESPN, as well as the Alumni Charity Challenge. Tip it off in about 15 minutes. What should we expect out of back-to-back champion Ben Brust? We dive into it next as we wrap up the ESPN Wisconsin portion of Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Summerfest.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Craig Counsell bobblehead that was given away, and we, just did a nice, soliloquy? Is that the right word?
Yeah, like a montage.
Like a Virgil.
Vigil?
Vigil. Virgil. A vigil. We did a vigil.
Vigil.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
My Aunt Bella was telling a story, and her speech was a bit slurred. Her smile was drooping. Was she having a stroke? I knew it was time to run through the B Fast checklist. B, balance. Bella was fine. E, eyes. Her vision was fine. F, face. Oh, the drooping. A, arms. She could lift both arms. S, speech. Oh, definitely slurred. T, terrible headache. She had one. Signs of a stroke. I called 911 and saved Aunt Bella's life.
Brought to you by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services Covered Health Stroke Program.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ewald Automotive's grand opening sale for the all-new Ewald Volkswagen and Buick GMC was so successful, we decided to extend the celebration. We're bringing the same grand opening savings across the entire Ewald group of dealerships. Financing as low as 0%. Overbooked value for your trade and the lowest lease payments of the year. That's over 1,400 vehicles with the biggest savings in Milwaukee.
Go to EwaldAuto.com.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do, do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Jen Latta here from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. I have told you about the delicious pizza you can find at Proof Pizza inside St. Kate. Now there's even more to be excited about with new sandwiches on the menu. Available every day from 11 to 4, you can enjoy options like the turkey pesto, the meatball hero, the Italian hoagie, and more. Skip the same old lunch at your desk and grab a delicious sandwich from Proof instead. Order inside the restaurant or directly from the bar at St. Kate. Explore the new sandwiches and the rest of the menu at proofpizzamke.com.
It's Summerfest! 600 artists, 3 unforgettable weekends, 1 epic lakefront. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. Find tickets, lineup, and more at summerfest.com.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community, and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers trained to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. And as I tried writing this radio commercial on my phone, that darn autocorrect always seemed to give me fits. Which got me thinking, if you're looking for a stress-free, painless, wow, that was easy home mortgage process, give Great Midwest Bank a try. Find an experienced loan officer at greatmidwestbank.com to guide you to a state of banquility. Yeah, autocorrect would have never caught that one. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Now this is a story all about how
down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince.
More great TV theme songs bring us in. Kyle Brust and Nortman live from Summerfest, day 5 of 9. We are over the halfway point here at Henry Meyer Festival Park. I'm Alex Strofe in for Ben Brust, getting ready for the Alumni Charity Challenge. Just behind us in the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone here at Summerfest, alongside the 6-year NFL vet, former Wisconsin Badger Brad Nortman, and the heartbeat of the show, the Packer backer Kyle Wallace,
Getting
hanging
cold,
out
fellas.
with you.
Getting
Are you?
cold.
Put your sweatshirt back on.
I might need to cover up.
Bro, you had a sweatshirt on when you walked in.
I wanted to represent Ben Brust with my Wisconsin Final Four, back-to-back Final Four shirt, but it might be a little bit too cold for all that.
How have you survived in Wisconsin this long? Because you get cold so freaking easily, my man.
Take your shirt off.
I'll gladly do it. I radiate heat.
I'm literally feel my hands. My hands are cold.
Those are cold.
Yeah, I'm cold.
Oh, they are. Wow.
I'm
What's
cold.
wrong with you?
I'm naturally.
Got enough iron?
Well, I think naturally my roots come from South, and I don't think I was naturally born to be in this environment. I've adjusted and adapted.
Wow, you are gritting it like anyone else, Kyle.
We got to get him some calcium supplements.
Yes, we do. I think that would help. So we got to increase that blood flow, my man.
No doubt.
January's just got to be tough.
Yeah, it's cold. My fingers get very tiny during that time.
Tiny? They shrink?
No,
you should see a doctor.
They get skinny. your blood flow. Your blood flow in the wintertime, it is not as good as during the summertime. So during the summer, my hands get a little fatter. In the winter, they get skinnier.
Yeah,
isn't that everybody?
Well,
no.
Lexi has
it's not everybody.
So Lexi has the Raynaud's syndrome or whatever. So that means you have bad blood flow.
Oh, and then
your
it gets red.
So hers gets red and purple, and her fingers do shrink. I will agree with you. Her fingers shrink. Her rings won't fit.
But it's not an everybody thing. It doesn't happen to me.
That's true. My fingers don't shrink.
So wait a minute. In the wintertime, your hands don't get smaller?
No.
The thickness?
No.
Oh, maybe I should go.
Can we pull that on Twitter? We'll throw that up on Twitter during the break. On Twitter, at KBN ESPN. Do your hands get smaller during the winter?
Especially when you say smaller, it feels like they shrink in size. You mean thinner?
Thinner, yes.
Skinnier.
They get skinnier. Like the actual, my fingers, they don't shrink in how long they are, but how
you go
wide
from
they
a
are.
large to a medium-sized
they
glove.
literally right now, this is my hand looking very full during the wintertime. I mean, during the summertime because the sun is hot and, my hands swell up a little bit. But then they're not as swollen during the wintertime. But now I'm thinking I may have a health issue based off Dr. Nortman and Dr. Strofe.
John in the 262 asking the real questions on the text line, 800-990-ESPN, 800-990-3776. Is Kyle actually a Wisconsinite? For real? Was he born in Wisconsin?
In my defense, it is windy off the lake right now. It's just a smidge windy. So if you are inland and you're not right here at beautiful Summerfest looking at Lake Michigan, you have to admit it's a little more chilly over here than what it is. Now, I understand it's getting warmer right now because the wind is slowing down, but earlier today it was getting chilly.
I mean, it was getting chilly.
Thank you, Brad.
I mean, how much do you incorporate being cold into your clothing decision making?
Oh, 100%. Every day in summer,
so it filters through. Are you always grabbing layers, the whole thing?
Let me tell you something. Anytime we went to a Badger football game, other than when it was 90 degrees out, which is rare, my mother would have layers on layers on layers on. And I'm talking about if it's an October football game, I'm like, Mom, it's 60 degrees. She said, you never know. My mom will have a turtleneck on. She'll have on a shirt. She'll have on a hoodie. She'll have on a little light jacket. She'll have on a big jacket, and she'll have a blanket. And I said, ma'am, what are you doing with all this stuff coming in? I'm like, what are we doing? But that's the way I was raised.
Wrapping up the ESPN Wisconsin portion of Kyle Brust and Nortman here on 100.5 ESPN Madison, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. We are just a few minutes away from the Alumni Charity Challenge. Marquette, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, the Wisconsin Badgers team, captained by our own Ben Brust. I just got a text from my source who is scouting before it starts. It says, quote, pregame scouting report. Ben has no legs. He's short on everything.
Oh, no. I wonder if it's like dad bod getting
dad bod.
Oh, no.
He's going to need some of that dad strength to get the ball to the rim, apparently.
Sure will.
Now, I will remind you, if you were with us last year on the previous rendition of this show, Ben Brust went 21 for 25. He was unbelievable, unconscious in the first round of the Alumni Charity Challenge. According to my pregame scouting report, my source, they say that might not be the case today, so we will have to keep an eye on it. I'm going to run over there for the first segment of the 414 Hour to take a look at it, call some play-by-play. I'll be back with you to give you an update at 4:15. But in the meantime, Brad and Kyle will be rocking with you to kick off the 414 Hour at 4. We'll have updates from the Alumni Charity Challenge. We'll continue to talk. Who is the second most important Packer after Jordan Love to the Packers' success in the upcoming 2024 season? I see your responses rolling in on that on the ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line. Keep them coming, 800-990-3776. We'll get to those on the other side. But in the meantime, Rutledge and Hamilton is coming up next in Madison. We stick with you for another hour till 5 o'clock in Milwaukee and Beaver Dam. All still ahead. It's Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin live from Summerfest.
You're gonna give them all your money. Radio plays what they want you to hear. Tell me it's cool.
Well, still dealing with a couple of accidents. One on westbound 94 at the Milwaukee-Waukesha County line. This one is on the left shoulder. And then the other accident on 894 westbound at 27th Street on the right shoulder. Delays, though. Eastbound 94 backing up out of the zoo interchange all the way to 27th Street. The westbound side is going to be heavy from about 16th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. And then, of course, past that accident, past the county line. Northbound 43 slowing down from Kilbourne up to Keefe. Southbound slow from just before Hampton Avenue, all the way down past Keefe as well. Traffic is brought to you by the Club at Lac La Belle. The historic course is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time today at clubatlaclabelle.com. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 57. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy, showers likely with a high of 70. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
Discover the difference at findhigherlove.com/CBD. Higher Love Cannabis Company is the only cultivator in the UP offering organic, clean green certified products. That means quality you can trust every time. With 7 locations across the UP, including Menominee, Norway, and Ironwood, finding your Higher Love is easier than ever before. And for our friends in Green Bay, Higher Love is less than an hour away. Kindness starts with you. Experience Higher Love today. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD and follow them on social media at Find Higher Love.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone at Summerfest. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We them boys.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN at Summerfest, baby.
Yes, yes, yes. Brad said that right. We are live from Summerfest, the world's largest music festival, for one last day, as we'll be off for the holiday next Friday, Thursday, and Friday as well. So let's party. Let's make sure this last hour of KBN at Summerfest, it's time to turn up for a good time. You know who's about to turn up?
Is that our own Ben Brust?
I hope he turns up because it's a little bit different this year. And this is KBN right here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Walls. He's Brad Nortman. 800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. Now, as Brad talked about, and also Strofe talks Brad, as Ben talked about and Strofe also talked about, is last season during this great alumni challenge, Ben was cooking. He was balling. That's what I was told I wasn't here for, right? And so it's important that he cooks and does well. But last year, that was with Scowls on Brust. He is now representing Kyle Brust and Nortman. He is representing Kyle Wallace, Bradley, Nortman. So he needs to make sure that he puts on for the team today.
Yeah, I mean, he is going out there, and he is the KBN representative. I mean, forget about the Wisconsin representative. He is a KBN representative on that court. And it would be a shame not only to the good name of the Wisconsin Badgers, but of you and me, Kyle. I mean, if he goes out there and lays an egg, I'd be embarrassed as a show. So the pressure is on Ben Brust. And as we heard from Strofe last segment, scouting report, as they're warming up out there as the Wisconsin Badgers take on the Alumni Charity Challenge against the Marquette Golden Eagles, against Green Bay, and UWM. They each have 3 shooters. And I believe, Ben was describing that there's all these different spots on the court. You ever play like Around the World,
yes,
Kyle? When
yes,
you play the
I
basketball
sure did.
court?
That's the most frustrating game.
Very frustrating. But it's a version of Around the World where there's 5, I believe there's 5 short shots, 5 medium, 5 3-pointers, and a half court, and they all have different points. Of the 25 points that you could possibly score, last year, Ben cooked with 21 points. How do you think he's going to do this year, Kyle?
How is Ben going to do this year? To be honest, Ben is really confident going in this year. Right?
He was confident. I candidly asked him, Ben, how are you actually doing, feeling for this? And he was utmost confidence, Kyle.
And you know what? How much I love to hate on Ben and throw shade towards him. And we got the report that his legs look a little bit shaky before. Mm-hmm. My boy's a gamer. He can't really lock in and get focused, but once the bright lights are on, just like once the mic is on, he's hot. Once he gets the ball in his hand, they blow the whistle, and all of everybody at the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone right here at Summerfest, once that starts, that boy going to be cooking this year again. He's going to have a repeat performance back to back to back. And on top of that, he's playing with Kirk Penny and Brevin Pritchell. Oh, he got some shooters with him. He's going to be challenged by his own team to be great today.
I think Ben needs that. He needs that juice. He needs that pressure. I'm actually not surprised in warm-ups that he was missing and leaving things short and allegedly has no legs. Provides a little bit of a concern, but we know Ben. Ben, he thrives on the intensity, the drama, the excitement. I think once the ball's in his hands and he actually is shooting for real, I think he's going to get hot. I think what did we set our over-under at?
You said over or under 800-990-3776 as Ben Brust gets ready to compete in the Alumni Charity Challenge as Marquette University, University of Green Bay, Wisconsin, and UWM all compete against each other. We are setting the over-under for Ben's performance today at 17.5. Make sure you hit us up on YouTube and on the ESPN Wisconsin Talking Text line. Will Ben be over or under 17.5? Brad.
See, now, I as we talked about this and as I'm reflecting on it, he got 21 last year on a great performance. I think 17.5 is still a respectably high over-under.
That is high.
This is like if this was an NFL team, this is like a 10.5 over-under where it's like, okay, it's possible, but boy, to win 11 games, that's a good season. But man, I gotta bet on our guy, Ben Brust. I really do. And he's facing some dudes. I see Steve Novak's name here for Marquette.
Steve's old. He's old.
He is
Steve
old.
is old. Steve has got to be almost, he's definitely in his mid-40s.
He is in his mid-40s, but the dude is wet. I mean, he hits shot like no other, and it's a competitive thing out there. I think he's going to be over. I think he's getting a 19 spot. A very respectable, not quite matching the high water mark of last year. I think he's going to get a 19 spot. Come back here pretty excited about that result, Kyle.
I'm not going to put a number out there, but I also want to go on the record saying I agree that he's going to be over. He's going to be over 17.5. He's going to put on the show today. And also, I do believe when we have these great teams, as you said, Steve Novak, who was an NBA shooter, not just a college basketball shooter, as Ben talks about so much. He was an NBA shooter, and he got some other really talented individuals, whether it's a Carrington Love from UW Green Bay, a Keeper Sykes, who was really good back in the day as well. I do think the Wisconsin Badgers come away with the Alumni Challenge today. Do you believe in your alma mater today?
I do. I got to root for them. Wisconsin, I bleed red, literally. I think Wisconsin's going to wipe the floor with Marquette, Green Bay, and Milwaukee. It's kind of like who's playing for second place, and good for them if they're trying to figure out who that is. But I got to go with Wisconsin. But, Kyle, you are the bandwagon Marquette fan. So do you think that is your allegiance with Marquette, or in a head-to-head matchup you always go with Wisconsin, right?
In a head-to-head matchup, I always go with Wisconsin. It depends on who's, for this alumni challenge, it depends on who's playing. But I got this shirt on today. You can see it on ESPN Milwaukee at YouTube. You can see what I'm wearing. You can see what I'm rocking. I'm rocking the Wisconsin Final Four back-to-back 2014-2015 Final Four shirt. I'm not just wearing this because I love my Wisconsin Badgers. I'm wearing this shirt because I love my Ben Brust. I got to support Ben Brust today. I'm representing Ben Brust, so I'm going with the Badgers.
So I got a question for you, Kyle. You're our style expert on KBN, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that I'm the style expert, but, the competition.
Certainly, I'm certainly
You're
not.
Styled up today. You look good today.
I am styled up today.
Got your nice
up for the
little boots
concert.
on, the little Nike boots on.
That's right. I'm trying to look cool for the concert. Now, I think of Steve Novak, I think of a lot of things, right? Marquette, great. I remember him killing it for like 10-plus years in the NBA. You know what I also remember?
What is that?
I remember him in his socks. Remember what his socks were? They were like the mids, the white mid socks. Is that a cool look?
In his time, no. That wasn't a cool look. Nowadays,
Is it cool now? Is he ahead of the curve?
Well, nowadays, I think the kids are back to wearing mid socks. I was on social media, and I guess ankle socks are something that we wear. But those mid-long socks are something that the kids are wearing now. Now, if you can see me on YouTube.
Yeah.
I never stopped wearing the long little socks here because a day like today, I knew I was going to be outside.
Cold.
Exactly. I like wearing the mid socks that stop right under my ankles, stop right under my calf muscle. So I love those socks. But I don't think it's a good look for Steve Novak. I don't recall that being a great look for Steve.
Yeah, you're the style expert, so I'm going to lean on you for that one. But that's maybe another thing that Ben Brust has. I know Ben Brust has almost no style like me. He wears the same thing every day. For those of you who watch on YouTube, you see that. He wears a quarter zip or a polo, literally the rotation of like the same 5 every single day. But maybe he still has better style than Steve.
Now, next week, we may or may not be having Steve Novak on.
Yeah, I think we are going to have Steve Novak on. He's going to join. We don't know the day yet, but sometime Monday through Wednesday before the 4th, and we're going to promote the Bank 5-9 presented NIL softball game that Marquette greats, former Marquette alumni and current at Marquette, and Wisconsin going to face one another in a charity softball game at the Dockhound Stadium at Wisconsin Brewing Company Stadium out there in Oconomowoc. He's going to be on there and talk a little bit about that and so much more.
Now, with that, when he comes on the show, Ben has to have in the back of his mind, he can't let somebody come on his show who has beaten him, right? So not only does he need to beat Marquette today, he can't sit here and let Steve Novak outshoot him today. And again, Steve Novak's an NBA shooter, so Steve Novak is a better shooter in the past. But Steve Novak is 12 years older than Ben Brust. I feel like if anybody's going to have some dead legs, it's probably going to be Mr. Steve Novak. But Ben cannot allow Steve Novak to beat him today because that would be embarrassing to have somebody beat you, and then they come on your radio show the following week after they owned you in something.
I mean, think about what that would be like, Kyle. That would be like you go to school and the bully, he beats you up, takes your lunch money, and then he's invited home for family dinner that night too. That's what it would be like if Steve Novak goes out there and beats Ben Brust and then joins the radio show and says, "What's up? You all better make some time for me because I'm getting time on your airwaves on KBN and I swept the floor with Ben Brust." Can't have it. Cannot have it.
We cannot have it. 800-990-3776. That's the ESPN Wisconsin talking text line. Tyrone in Milwaukee. You are on KBN.
Good afternoon, fellas. It's been a few weeks, man. It's been a few weeks since Mount Rushmore conversation. What's up? What's up, guys? Summerfest. Good. Hey, man, God is good, man. I'm hanging in there, man. It's
Love that.
I'm trying to roll with the heat and the rain and everything else, but I'm hanging in there. Life is good. God is good, man.
That is good.
I just wanted to say again.
No, go ahead. Ask my question. I said, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I was, well, congratulations. I want all our teams to do. I want the Panthers to do well. I want the Badgers to do well. I want Marquette to do well, coming up. Even the Green Bay Phoenix, I want them to do well, too, as well as the Bucks. But
okay. In the alumni challenge, today, you got to pick one. Are you picking UW Green Bay, UW Milwaukee, Marquette? Are you rolling with our boy Ben Brust today?
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to go with the Panthers because I want to see them come up. I'm going to go with the UW and Panthers.
All right, thank you so much, Tyrone. Tyrone going with the Milwaukee Panthers today. I'm sure it's a little bit of a I would like to see the Milwaukee Panthers come out. Maybe this could be momentum for the Milwaukee Panthers as they finished the season strong last year and hopefully start the season strong next year.
Now, Kyle, I got a question for you. What if we had an ESPN Wisconsin shooting challenge?
Oh.
You, me, Ben Brust. Might have to handicap Ben Brust.
Oh, it has to handicap. It's a handicap of 6.
Yeah, nice. That's a lie. I've seen you swing.
You seen him shoot.
I've seen him shoot. If we're gonna compete against the other shows, let's say Ben had to start with a deducted, let's say 8 points.
Yeah.
Ben starts with a deducted 8 points. You got KBN, you got Wilde and Tausch, you got Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, Rutledge and Hamilton. How do you think we'd fare? Even with Ben starting with a reduced 8.
Now, I'm going to be honest, okay? I have not shot a basketball. Before we came back to Summerfest here, I don't know the last time I shot a basketball. Here at Summerfest, we have our street team, and we have a hoop here, and this is the most I've shot in a basketball in years. I'm dead serious. All my little cousins are now big cousins. They 6'4", 6'8", and they in college, so I'm not playing basketball like I used to with the little cousins, thinking I could try to get them to go D1. So I really don't play basketball like that no more, and so knowing me, my issue's going to be I'm going to be drained. I'm going to be tired. I know for a fact.
Tired? It's only 15 shots.
15. Listen, after shot number 10, I'm probably going to be exhausted from all that jumping and moving, and then frustration as well. So I'm going to be the person that brings our team down. I'm not going to lie to you. And Tausch, remember, he used to play basketball.
Tausch should be sneaky good.
He would be. And Gabe Neisel is one heck of an athlete. I've seen Gabe Neisel play basketball before. He's a great athlete. Do I think we can win? It all is based off how well you shoot, and unless all of a sudden I start cooking and getting hot.
And after all those years, the touch of the fingers of the basketball, was it gone for you?
I never had touch.
You never had touch?
No, I never had touch.
Oh.
What do you mean? The touch of the basketball. I was a real football player, Brad. I didn't do hooping. When I played basketball in high school, I played like a football player. You know who I looked up to?
Who's that?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
That's all you need
physicality?
to know. That's all you need to know about my game as a 5'10" person thinking I can play in the post like Dennis Rodman. Wasn't no touch.
I think I would do okay. Honestly.
You were a hooper in high school.
I was a hooper. I would need a week. I would need a week to get my touch back. I would feel really good about the mid-range and in. I was a mid-range guy. You gave me the ball at the elbow, man, I had all sorts of moves. I drained that elbow shot. You go in. I mean, I had an arsenal, Kyle Wallace, when it came to being able to be at the elbow. The distance shots, that's where I'm not going to thrive. I'm not going to thrive beyond the three-pointers.
Oh, so you're an old school big man?
Old school big. 15 feet and in. 15 feet and in, I think I could hold my own. I think I would take us. I think Ben, especially if Ben is going to be competing against other shows across our network, I think Ben would really bring the competitive spirit. He might start with -8. Dude might still end up with like 14 points.
I agree.
He might.
Speaking of the competitive spirit, 800-990-3776. Chef Ed said on the ESPN Wisconsin Talking Text line, I love the competitive spirit in Ben. I know he is taking over. And also, John said, Brust, Gasser, and Happ. That's what this roster needs to be. Absolutely not, because Ethan Happ would destroy this team. They wouldn't stand a chance because of Ethan Happ.
Oh, dang.
Ethan Happ can't shoot. I've seen it.
That's true. That's true.
If he could shoot a
maybe
three-pointer,
it'd be a good 3-on-3 team.
Yeah, it'd be a great 3-on-3 team.
Yeah.
800-990-3776. We are live from Summerfest. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. The Alumni Challenge is underway as the Marquette Golden Eagles, the UW Green Bay Phoenix, the Milwaukee Panthers, and the Wisconsin Badgers compete in the Alumni Charity Challenge for a great cause. We're going to go take a break because we're going to go watch a little bit of this, but we'll have more Kyle, Brust, and Nortman coming up next right here, so keep it locked.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
So they are lucky. Those other teams, whether it's Kentucky or whether it's Oregon or was it TCU?
That was TCU.
TCU, they're lucky I didn't play in that game. You got upset by a bad team, TCU.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Backups along westbound 94, stretching from about 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. We do still have this accident right at the Milwaukee-Waukesha County line. This one is off on the left shoulder. On the eastbound side, we've got backups from the zoo interchange all the way through to about 27th Street. Westbound 894, still heavy out of the Mitchell to 68th. We have an accident right about at 27th Street that is off on the right shoulder. And then delays on northbound 4394 coming out of the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. Looks like we might have a broken down vehicle off on the right shoulder, kind of adding to those delays. Traffic is brought to you by the club at Lac La Belle. The historic course is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time at club@laclabelle.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 57. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. Showers are likely with a high of 70. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Attention high schools. Wisconsin's new Act 60 mandates financial literacy education for all students. Junior Achievement of Wisconsin meets Act 60 requirements, covering budget, savings, investing, and more. Our programs easily integrate into your curriculum, providing both in-person and virtual learning. Find out how you can join the many schools already benefiting from JA's financial literacy programs at wisconsin.ja.org. Junior Achievement. Inspiring, preparing, succeeding.
I'm Monica Kessler.
Monica makes sure that everything at Kessler's is worthy of a lifetime warranty.
The quality of your ring is incredibly important when it comes to diamond setting, ring sizing, and repairs.
Monica has been part of Kessler's since she was 6 years old.
Let me tell you how to judge the quality of the jewelry you're buying.
It's easier than you think.
All you have to do is read the warranty.
Most stores offer a 5-year warranty, but Kessler's offers a lifetime warranty, the strongest in the world.
We can do it because we put more gold in your jewelry.
When a jeweler wants to make a bigger profit, they put less gold into the jewelry. This makes it thinner and easier to break.
Theirs might look like ours at first glance, but Kessler's jewelry is made not to break, and that takes more gold.
We give you a lifetime warranty because our jewelry is made to last forever, just like your love.
Gold is more than $2,000 an ounce.
Kessler's gives you more gold, a lot more gold.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher, and summer is here. But if you want your parking lots and asphalt to be ready for winter, you have to remember the 3 R's from Johnson & Sons Paving. Reseal every 2 to 3 years. Repair when you see signs of cracking or potholes. And replace if there's constant standing water, buckling, or sinking. Don't scare customers or tenants away because of a bad parking lot. Connect with Johnson & Sons today before minor repairs end up being huge headaches. Schedule an appointment at johnsonsonspaving.com.
Hey, graduating high school seniors. You already know IKEA is your home for everything you need to make your upcoming college living experience great. Now, IKEA wants to help you celebrate your graduation with the 2024 IKEA Grad Bash. Join IKEA on June 22nd from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for fun activities, contests, giveaways, gifts, and more. Search the store with the Grad Bash scavenger hunt, grab a free hot dog, and uncover fun around every corner. Stop by IKEA Oak Creek on June 22nd for IKEA's Grad Bash.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
Like the brands of all these tunes we've been hearing all day. How you sell yourself, your brand, it's got a story to tell. That's where 3 Tree Marketing comes in handy. 3 Tree Marketing is a full-service branded merchandising agency to help share your company's story. I know whenever we use 3 Tree here at Good Karma Brands, ESPN, man, we're even right behind us. We got the ESPN logo. Everywhere we put it, we use 3 Tree's expertise to make sure we're telling exactly the story that we want to here. So whether it be new teammates, business partners, creative merchandising, whatever it is, specialized gifting, 3 Tree Marketing will help you think outside the box and showcase what your brand is all about. See what else 3 Tree Marketing can do for your team and set an appointment today at 3treemarketing.com.
It is KBN, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman right here on ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Beaver Dam. 800-990-3776. That is the ESPN Wisconsin talking text line. I'm Kyle Wallace. He is the longtime NFL punter, participant in the Super Bowl 50, runner-up in Super Bowl 50. And there is no Ben Brust, there is no Alex Strofe, as Ben Brust is getting prepared to be part of the Alumni Challenge, and Alex Strofe is getting a little bit of video of Ben Brust in the Alumni Challenge because we need to make sure we document that. But as they get ready to get started over there, y'all know what time it is. It's time for pole position.
Everyone's got their opinions, but we just happen to think some are better than others. Let's hit the polls. This is Pole Position. Pole Position on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is presented by Great Lakes Dragway, a quarter-mile-long drag strip, plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedule and ticket information at GreatLakesDragway.com.
In pole position, Chris will take us to the different polls across ESPN Wisconsin to see whether or not we agree or disagree or give our take on some of the polls that you will find across ESPN Wisconsin on Twitter X. Chris.
Start off with Rutledge and Hamilton, which you can hear weekdays on 100.5 ESPN Madison from 4 to 6. In honor of Jim Rutledge eating a strawberry brat at Strawberry Fest, what condiment does not belong on a brat? Ketchup, 48%, mustard, 5%, relish, 38%, other, 8%.
Okay, this one got me fired up, Kyle.
Why did it get you fired up?
The correct answer is other, and the answer is anything you want. It doesn't matter what you put on a brat, because I am someone, look, I'll put several different things on there, but I like a brat with ketchup on it. The fact that 48% of people said you cannot put ketchup on a brat is absurd to me. I think it tastes delicious. I will die on that grave. Now, there's plenty of other things that I enjoy being on a brat, but if I got ketchup, that's all I got. You know I'm slathering that thing with ketchup, and I'm taking a bite. I don't care if that sounds sacrilegious, but, man, I don't understand. What's the problem with ketchup on a brat?
I am actually concerned for America. I'm concerned for America because when did a great American staple such as ketchup become such a hated condiment?
Well said.
Ketchup isn't something, it isn't my go-to, but once in a while, I'll eat ketchup because that's the thing that they'll give you for free at different stores. So when you have no option to eat anything else when it comes to with your fries or it comes to with your brat, you eat ketchup. Here at Summerfest, we have Major Goolsby, who is our great food sponsor throughout Summerfest. Make sure you come on down and get you some Major Goolsby's when you are at Summerfest. But what did you put on your brat last week?
I put ketchup on it.
You put ketchup on it.
And I enjoyed every bite.
Exactly. So this is a terrible poll. I am ashamed of the Rutledge and Hamilton family for having 48% of people saying ketchup doesn't belong on a brat. I put barbecue sauce, but ketchup is definitely an option.
Barbecue sauce would be good.
All right, let's stick with Rutledge and Hamilton here. Do you ever leave games early? Dead heat for this one. Yes, got to beat traffic, 50%. No, want to see the ending, also 50%.
Okay, this is a fascinating one. You know why? Because Lexi and I are going to Tyler Childers tonight at the American Family Amphitheater, and we had this conversation today.
No,
are we leaving before the final song of the encore, or are we going to stay through the whole thing? I think we're going to leave early.
Oh,
I think we're going to leave early, Kyle. The last thing I want to do is sit in traffic. Look, the only way I'll stay at a game the entire time is if it's close, right? If it's a close game, then absolutely I will stay the whole time. I will see it through to the end. But if it's a game and it's 4 minutes to go and the game is in hand, I'm going to go ahead and excuse myself and beat the traffic. We are legitimately, just like how this poll ended, we are 50-50 on if we're going to leave early tonight before the final song of the encore. I think we might leave, Kyle.
For somebody that said they'll rather see a concert rather than seeing a big-time sporting event, I am ashamed of the fact you will go to a once-in-a-lifetime concert and leave early to beat the traffic? No way in the world, Brad. When it comes to a concert, you got to stay the entire time. You have to take in every moment, every song, every chance you get to recite those lyrics of the song. So when I look at this, when it comes to sports, though, I'm going to many Brewers games, and let me tell you, I don't make it through the ninth inning all the time because getting out of the parking lot is just miserable. Yes. And I can listen to the rest of the game on the radio with Bob Uecker, especially right here on 620 WTMJ. Whereas with a concert, once you go, you got to see it on other people's phone. You don't get the same energy of listening to it on the phone versus actually feeling the music to your chest. So yes, sporting events, it is okay to leave early for certain sporting events.
Let's move on to the Homer Hour, which you can hear next and weekdays 5 to 6 across ESPN Milwaukee, ESPN Beaver Dam. What grade do you give Mark Murphy for his job as Packers team president and CEO? A, 40%, B, 53%, or C grade, 6%?
I'm giving Mark Murphy an A. And look what he's done during his tenure as a Green Bay Packer. Super Bowl championship, check. 2 franchise quarterbacks, successfully going from franchise quarterback number 2 now to number 3 in Jordan Love. He expanded Titletown with that incredible area in Green Bay. He elicited the draft to come to Green Bay in 2025. And the organization, as a guy who was a part of the Carolina Panthers and Jacksonville Jaguars, which they had great runs when I played for them, but they're not known for their stability. The Green Bay Packers are the model of stability. And the fact that the Green Bay Packer fans can go in every single year knowing that they're a contender, that is something that partially Mark Murphy has his fingerprints on. So I give Mark Murphy an A for his time as the Packers president.
I wish I had you as a teacher in college, because obviously your grading scale is pretty simple. And here's why I say that, is that Mark Murphy has done an exceptional job. But A means you have multiple championships. That's what an A means. And he is at most a B+. At most. He ain't no A. A is multiple championships. I don't care what he did to Lambeau, where it came to the renovations or adding to Titletown that we have there. I am focused on winning championships, and he, as the president and CEO, did not apply enough pressure on the organization to emphasize winning titles and doing everything they can to make sure Aaron Rodgers is in the position to be successful and win championship after championship. So he gets a B+, buddy, because one championship, that ain't good enough.
So you need 2 championships to get an A? One's not enough
minimum,
for an A?
At a minimum. Ooh. But I mean, I said he did an exceptional job, but getting an A in my class ain't easy.
Yeah, I hear you.
And we'll wrap up pole position here with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, which you can hear 7 to 9 weekday mornings across ESPN Milwaukee. If you were going on a 4-night, 5-day vacation, how many pairs of underwear would you pack? 5, 32%. Between 7 and 8 pairs, 56%. 10 pairs of underwear, 9%. Or more than 10, 3%.
Can you repeat that question? You said a 5-day,
so it's a 4-night, 5-day vacation. How many pairs of underwear would you pack? 5, 7 to 8, 10, or more than 10?
Okay, this is actually funny because for our 10th anniversary, cool, Lexi and I are going to go to Napa Valley, also cool. And it's a 3-night, 4-day, so I'm just tacking on one more day.
When did people start saying 3? I thought it was 4-day, 3-night.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, I mean, you're saying it the wrong way. It's throwing me off.
Oh, you said the day's first, night second?
Yeah, 4-day, 3-night.
Okay, so I'm going through this packing situation as we speak. So if it's a 4-night, 5-day, listen, I'm packing 10. I'm packing 10. Here's why, Kyle. Here's why that reaction is
underwear.
Here's why, at least, because I'm likely going to work out every day. And then I'm changed, so that's 1 pair of underwear every single day. So there's 5. And then there's another one for just walking around throughout the day after working out. There's 10. And you know what? Underwear is low space requirement. So you might as well pack a couple extra just in case emergencies happen. I don't know what kind of emergencies would necessitate more underwear that I would engage in. But I would start at a minimum 10, and I feel good about it.
Yeah, so obviously you don't fly Spirit or Frontier where you have to take a backpack. And so you can't just pack a whole bunch of underwear that takes up space. I am for a 5-day, 4-night. I'm either packing 4 pair or 5 pair, depending on how I feel. Because you know what? Because I got a pair on, and then I bring 4 for the rest of the time. You're talking about working out. You must be super clean. If I'm working out, you know what I'm putting on the next day? I'm putting on the dirty underwear I had from the day before, and then I'm going to shower after I work out.
No,
and put on my clean underwear.
You can't do that, Kyle.
Yeah.
You're fresh to start the new day.
No, I'm working out. I'm about to get dirty again. So let me put the dirty drawers on, and after I'm done with the dirty drawers, I'll put on a fresh pair once I'm ready for the day. Absolutely.
And you also
I'm not bringing all them undies.
And you leave no room for error. What if one of them? What if you're in one of them and they split? What if you have a little accident?
I mean, if I have a little accident, a little bit, I think it was a toot, and it turns out to be something else. Then you can always go to the store to go buy some more. You can always do that. But I don't have space like that. The most I'm packing 5. But I ain't gonna lie to you, the 5th one is on my body. My travel pair. You wanna know this too?
Yeah.
Depending on what I'm doing, I may put if I'm traveling, I'm not showering before I travel, which most of the times I do shower before I travel. But say it's like an all-day thing, I'm wearing the same pair.
Oh no! Especially traveling, those planes are disgusting. You sweat. It's recycled air in there. Oh, no.
Hey, I'm a nasty guy. What can I say?
Oh, Kyle. No, can't have it.
All right, 800-990-3776. That was pole position. But speaking of pole position, we actually got some people hitting us up on the talking text line. Chef Ed said, listen, I'm a chef, 100% German, and I love ketchup on a brat. And then yeah, exactly. And then also, Jameis, the postman, said, wait a second, you guys. Have you ever tried a brat without ketchup? Think if you did, it would open your eyes to a whole new world of brats. So maybe I got to try it. I don't like my brats plain.
Well, okay, hold on. I would love for KBN Nation to chime in. What do you put on a brat? Yeah. I'm not going to lie, okay? When I have a brat, I've never had barbecue sauce. That was a good submission, Kyle.
It was fantastic.
But I'm usually doing, if I have Secret Stadium sauce, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Like every time Milwaukee Brewers in the ballpark. If I've got ketchup, I'm probably doing that. I'm probably not doing mustard. Like, what should I try? What should I try for the ultimate broad experience? Yeah. And I'll say that I don't really like sauerkraut.
800-990-3776. What are your suggestions for what you should put on the brat based off the poll from Rutledge and Hamilton, where ketchup is now anti-American according to their fan base? That take is just as bad as Matt Hamilton's attendance on that show. 800-990-3776. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. We'll have more coming up next. We'll talk a little bit about Jordan Love, the $600 million man.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
We've called him Whitey Tighties. We've called him the Hall Monitor. He's Jesse Nelson. Like, he's just, I am Jesse Nelson. Kyle, you're Jesse Nelson.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Still got this accident on westbound 94 right about at the county line off on the shoulder, so be careful with that. We got backups from 25th Street all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side slow out of the zoo interchange all the way to about 27th Street on 94. Northbound 43 backed up around the North Avenue curve up towards Keith, and westbound 894 out of the Mitchell all the way to 68th Street as per usual. Traffic is brought to you by Johnson & Sons Paving. Follow the 3 R's of asphalt maintenance to avoid minor issues becoming huge headaches. Reseal, repair, and replace. Learn more at johnsonsonspaving.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Partly cloudy skies, a low of 57. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, showers likely with a high of 70. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
For the ultimate sports betting experience, get in the game at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Unleash your inner champion with dozens of betting kiosks, a VIP deck, high-end bar, first-class restaurant, broadcast booth, a 2,000-square-foot video wall, and more. It's a sports fan's paradise, 24/7. Bet above the rest. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Visit the website for more. Must be 21 years old. All bets must be made on site.
A Brewers Group outing is the best way to celebrate any special occasion. You can count on the Brewers to host an event your crew won't forget. Brewers account reps make your day at the ballpark a breeze. Start planning your group outing now at brewers.com/groups.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Joe Fortenbaugh.
I like it from Houston's perspective. You go 41-41, you're trending in the right direction. But you don't have a superstar. Enter Kevin Durant. Still very much a superstar. He can come to Houston. He can be your star. He can put you over the top. You're in the playoffs next year. More importantly, you go from irrelevant franchise, which is what Houston has been since Harden left, to relevant franchise. For Durant, I think it's fantastic. Fresh start on a team where you're not going to have the expectations of winning a championship. You are the alpha, but if you want to be the beta, so what? You can be that too. You can do whatever you want here. You can bring all your veteran wisdom to a franchise filled with young guys who would love to look up to you, who are trending in the right direction, but no one. Golden State, you were expected to win a title. Brooklyn, you were expected to win a title. Phoenix, you were expected to win a title. No one's going to expect that here. Great opportunity here for one of the final stages of his career. Love it for Durant, love it for the Rockets.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper?
And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
What is dedication? People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike and you didn't? I just created an environment where they taught themselves and all I had to do was be there. That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. It is only getting hotter and is only going to continue to get hotter out. And I do not want you to cool the outside this year. I want you to call my guys at Universal Windows Direct. They have this super spacer technology. It helps keep the edge of the glass warmer, holds the windowsill longer, and it makes your windows last up to 5 times longer than other window systems. Call Universal Windows Direct today at 414-410-2000, and for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. There is no limit, plus 0% financing for 60 months. That is 5 whole years. Updating your windows with Universal Windows Direct was never more easy than this. Right now, call 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And remember, for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. You also have 0% financing for 60 months. Restrictions do apply. And make sure you told them I tell you to call and get an additional $250 off your next project. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to UWD.com. That is UWD.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows. This is KBN, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. And we're going to talk Jordan Love. We're going to talk about the $600 million man, according to Mike Tannenbaum. But we do have breaking news, Brad.
Oh, what is that breaking news, Kyle?
We have a play-by-play breakdown on Ben Brust's performance. Now, earlier today, we discussed whether or not we believe the over-under for Ben Brust was going to be 17.5 total points, right? And he is trying to defend how well he did last year, and also the defending champion for the Alumni Challenge, charity challenge that they have going on here at Summerfest. Let's see how he did, and we'll have Alex Strofe give us a play-by-play of our co-host Ben Brust's performance today at the Alumni Charity Challenge at Summerfest.
We welcome you to the Gruber Law Offices Sports Zone at Henry Meyer Festival Park, the 3rd annual Alumni Charity Challenge. Ben Brust going up against 2-time Horizon League Player of the Year, Kiefer Sykes. Benny, 2 for 2 right off the rip. A nice bank on shot 3, runs inside for shot 4 off the bank, and all 5 inside the restricted area are good. He steps outside the paint, knocks down number 6 to the right elbow, banks in number 7. Free throw line for shot 8. Good as well for Benny. On to shot 9, left elbow, got it to go. Number 10 in the left short corner, just short on that one. Need a little bit more legs under that one. Puts it off the glass and in. Left corner for shot 11 is nothing but net for Benny Brust. As he works around the arc, he sinks number 12. Number 13 is up and nothing but net. Number 14 on the left wing off the back of the iron. No good. High rebound for Penny, and he gives it back out to Brust. Shot 14 back up in the air. That one's good. Top of the arc now for 15. Benny off the back of the rim, got his own rebound, puts another one up. Got that one to go. Right side for 16 is up. That one no good. Benny's missing more than he did a year ago. Got 16 to go. To the right wing now for 17, nothing but net. Way on the right side, number 18, got it to go. Kiefer Sykes only on 15. Ben is through 19. To the right corner for 20. No! Number 20, attempt 2 is good. Ben makes it to half court for shot 21. All the time in the world. Benny buckets, baby, got it to go!
Wow! Wow! Ben Brust cooked, and Kiefer Sykes ain't no joke. I mean,
No.
he said 2-time Horizon League Player of the Year, and our boy cooked him. He cooked him with time to go, Brad.
Man, did you hear him? When Ben gets into a rhythm, the dude just enters a whole different stratosphere. It's like when he's on a hot rant on KBN.
Yeah.
You see the veins start coming out of his forehead?
Veins.
That's what the type of vibes that I got. Ben on the basketball court there and Strofe giving the play-by-play. That once he hit those first several shots and getting into a rhythm, I was thinking, oh, man, this is over. This is over. And he cleared through our over-under, 17.5, cleared right through it.
Yeah, he went right through that. And the thing on this is that half-court shot, the fact that he hit the half-court shot in one try, he was feeling himself, man. I ain't going to lie to you. So I went over there and I talked to some folks, some spectators there, and somebody came up to me and said, your co-host, your boy, he's cooking. He's cooking. I said, oh, Ben Brust is cooking. So I'm excited for Ben Brust. I'm excited for the fact that he put on for Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Now that he's on the other side of this, though, Kyle, so I'm excited that he performed so well for the show and for the Wisconsin Badgers. Hopefully that means the Badgers have the inside track to win, representing Guardian Against Cancer. Are we a little afraid that Ben's head is going to be too big now? Especially with the half-court shot. I'll give him all the rest of them, but the one-time half-court shot, now that I'm reflecting on that, I think Ben's confidence level is going to reach new levels, and he didn't already need higher confidence.
Yeah.
He's going to come in here with a swagger that's just going to be absurd to have to deal with on a daily basis.
This is the man that confidently say he can outshoot Caitlin Clark. So
yeah, exactly. Well said, Kyle.
The fact that he just put on quite the performance with everybody watching, and then we question whether or not he could beat Caitlin Clark in a shooting contest, and then he just cooked today and probably is going to end up being the best shooter out there. We just are going to see an inflated head from Ben Brust going into the holiday week.
We are, because when we're out here, whenever we're on a remote, whatever it is, I mean, you still get fans, rightfully so, come up to Ben and be like, oh, Michigan game, oh, Final Four, and he loves it. Let's be honest, he loves it, and he's going to love this, because there was a crowd there, Kyle. There was, I mean, where we were standing, there's probably 3 or 4 people deep watching this. So
yeah.
Ben Brust is going to have a new inflated head when he returns, whether it be at the end of this show or on Monday. It's the last thing we need Ben to have now that we think about it.
It really is the last thing we need Ben to have. But Ben Brust did cook today at the Alumni Charity Challenge live from Summerfest at the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone as they are raising money for a great cause for the Alumni Charity Challenge. Marquette takes on UW Green Bay, which also take on Milwaukee Panthers and UW-Madison. And I'm going to go get an update because I want to know whether or not how they are when it comes to defending their back-to-back championships. Too bad they never actually won the championship when they went to the Final Four. But I guess this will definitely suffice. 800-990-3776. Ben Brust cooked. Hopefully we'll get him to stop by before the show is over. But we'll have more conversation on the other side. Keep it locked. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman live from Summerfest, the world's largest music festival.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I think it's clear.
Yeah, and if Doc replicates what Booty did last year, or all I'm saying
Come on, guys! His name is Coach Bud!
If he replicates
Coach Booty!
What Coach Bud
on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
And he's got a bunch of little yellow things falling all over his table. He's Mark Tauscher. Tausch, okay over there?
So, typically you see, those helicopters that spin off trees. I thought that's what these were, but these look like if Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was having cornflakes.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman here for Carbless, my go-to drink this summer. Handcrafted right here in Wisconsin, Carbless is a ready-to-drink vodka and tequila cocktail. Perfect for hanging out on the patio by the grill, chilling on the lake, or tailgating at the Brewers game. Plus, it's got 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten, and just 100 calories. All summer, make sure you're following Carbless on Instagram at Drink Carbless for your chance to win a Summer Bliss prize package. Find Carbless online and at retailers near you. Carbless. Bliss is more.
Hey, welcome to the IKEA Midsummer Sale.
Hello.
Save up to 50% on outdoor furniture and indoor essentials and have your best summer.
Oh, how about storage for my inflatable flamingos?
We've got you covered. Let's turn your space into a summer haven with space for birds.
Awesome.
Visit us in store from June 12th to July 9th or at ikea-usa.com/midsummer. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and ikea-usa.com/midsummer for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Derek Jeter for American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they'll help protect your family's dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, a future rocket scientist, we have liftoff, or a budding prima ballerina, you can count on an American Family Insurance agent to help you dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for your 4th of July cookout. No matter what your favorite grilling brand is, we've got it. Shop brands like Weber, Traeger, and Pit Boss. Get a Blackstone 28-inch griddle with hood on sale for just $279.99. Plus, pick up 2 16-pound bags of Kingsford charcoal briquettes for only $17.99. Get great deals on all the essentials for your holiday cookout at Fleet Farm.
What do you get when you combine grilled-to-order deliciousness with only the finest Wisconsin cheeses? Cousin Sub's new Wisconsin cheese steaks, featuring either steak or chicken, bacon, cheddar cheese, sautéed onions, and their new Cheddar Supreme cheese sauce. It's a match made in dairy heaven. And the decadence doesn't stop there. Pair your Wisconsin cheesesteak with their new Orange Dream Shake. All are available for a limited time only. Order in store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust for Road America. The best place in Elkhart Lake is America's National Park of Speed. Make the most out of your summer at Road America. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Up next is the Trans Am Speed Tour at Road America on June 28th through the 30th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com. That's roadamerica.com.
Hi, it's Haley from the newest Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek. Come see me today. Haircuts are just $20. Lady Jane's, Oak Creek on Howell Ave, just south of Puth Road. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Tell me.
Yes, get down on it. And what a fitting way to end our time at Summerfest by getting down on it. As Ben Brust got down on it on the basketball court, everybody's getting down on it here at Summerfest. And I'm sure you're jamming and enjoying listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. Now, Brad, earlier today we had a conversation based off some audio we heard from Mike Tannenbaum, who claims that Jordan Love, not Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love should make over $500 million with a B dollars. Chris?
I am not even returning a call. I'm going to wait for Dak Prescott, and then I'm looking for $60 million a year for 10 years. And
sorry, what did you say? 10 years?
Yes, $60 million a year for 10 years. And if I'm the Packers, I say yes. Why wouldn't you?
Wait, well, hold on. 10-year, $600 million deal.
Easy. Yep. Because
how much guaranteed?
That's where it's going to get interesting. You know, like
I want 300 at least guaranteed.
Yeah, I want to be less than that if I'm the Packers. But here's what's going to happen, guys. We're at 55 now. You know, Dak Prescott is going to get fill in the blank 56 and a half. Either from, let's just say, Dallas or the Raiders. Someone's going to pay him that. If I'm Jordan Love, much the way we're going to see Jamar Chase sort of like draft behind the Justin Jeffersons of the world, if I'm Jordan Love, I'm telling my agent, don't return a call until Dak Prescott signs. And when he signs, we're going to go north of him. So If it's at 55 now and it goes to 56.5 with Dak, $60 million for someone who's his age is a very reasonable number.
But we're of the belief, correct us if we're wrong, that Dak will not sign until after the season.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm Jordan Love, I wait one more year.
If I'm Jordan Love, I wait one more year. If I'm Jordan Love, I'm telling my agent don't return any calls until after Dak Prescott signs his deal. Mike Tannenbaum believes that Jordan Love is a $600 million quarterback. Brad, are you with Mike?
I mean, listen, I think he's worth that. I think the Packers should be excited to give Jordan Love a contract like that because it would be able to keep him on a deal for years like 3 through 10. What's going to happen is these quarterback contracts are going to continue to leapfrog one another to where, similar to how we look at Patrick Mahomes' deal of $45 million a year, that's a huge discount, and it's 4 years down the road. If you sign Jordan Love for $60 million a year for 10 years, we're going to be looking back in 2025 and saying, oh my gosh, Jordan Love's only on the contract for $60 million. Unbelievable. So I think Jordan Love would be the one who would say, wait. I'm not going to lock myself up for 10 years. I want to keep this short. I want to re-up as often as I can to reflect market value. So I don't necessarily see this happening. But the other thing that Mike Tannenbaum touched on was almost a combative nature by which
I didn't like that. I don't like Mike Tannenbaum anymore. I don't like the fact that he was talking about don't return phone calls. What are you, some salty ex?
It's like Aaron Rodgers style.
No, exactly. He's setting the wrong tone. We don't want that type of energy. Mike needs to go on somewhere with that. That's why he's employed by ESPN and not an NFL team.
I mean, you're totally right there. If Jordan Love took those tactics, I think it would really erode a lot of goodwill that he's made with the Green Bay Packers, and it would start to erode the culture that they've built there. It's so hard to build culture in the NFL, and the culture got pretty bad at the end of Aaron Rodgers' career. So the fact they've been able to remake it so quickly and so healthy, I think that would start to erode it. So I think Jordan Love has the awareness to think about what's a battle that's worth fighting. And I think fighting the battle the way Mike Tannenbaum has described it, I think he knows that would be a losing battle. Maybe you squeeze out some extra pennies, but what about goodwill? What about good faith? What about having a good relationship with a team that you're hopefully going to be with for 15 years?
I just don't understand why he has hitched his wagon to Jordan Love so strongly. Again, I believe Jordan Love is going to be a great quarterback. I know that Jordan Love is going to be a franchise quarterback. I feel so confident about Jordan Love being the guy, but I don't feel confident enough for us to be giving Jordan Love $300 guaranteed dollars on a 10-year contract where he can make up to $600 million. It is absolutely ridiculous to reward somebody who has just plain and simply not earned that type of money and earned to be in that type of conversation. We are talking about conversations of Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is a two or three Super Bowls. He's won 3?
He's bet. Oof. No,
I think he's won 3.
He's won 3.
He's won 3 Super Bowls. He's won most.
Been to 4.
Yeah.
Right? Or no, did he ever lose one?
Yeah, he lost 1.
Yes.
Because I believe he lost to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But the thing is that he's also won MVPs as well. To put him in the same conversation after one season, and if you ask me, not one complete season where week in and week out he was the best football player on the field as we've seen other quarterbacks do. He just hasn't earned this yet. His resume does not reflect a guy that should be getting a 10-year, $600 million quarterback. And I understand, Brad, you believe it is a safe bet for the Green Bay Packers to try to lock him in now, 10 years, $600 million, because maybe 7 years from now, that looks like we're stealing money. But guess what? 7 years from now, if it looks like we're stealing money, if we know it, Jordan Love knows it, his agent knows it, and they'll just renegotiate the contract. I would rather us have Jordan Love earn another contract 5 years from now than give him a 10-year contract when he has not proven he deserves a 10-year contract from the Green Bay Packers.
I mean, I can understand the pay-as-you-go mentality. It just depends on your faith in Jordan Love. That's where I'm not trying to purposely question it, but that's where when Goody said all those years ago, like, when did you know Jordan Love was good? He said 2019, kind of tongue-in-cheek, but we haven't seen like similar to how Aaron Rodgers, they were gushing over him in practice for the 3 years that he sat underneath Brett Favre. That was not the case with Jordan Love. So there is a concern that even though he has done unbelievable on the field, particularly the final games of last season, man, there's still a wonder. If you are not sold on him, then you don't give him that contract. I'm not saying you're not sold on him, but like,
Brad, you played in the NFL and you understand. This is nonsense. This is crazy.
They give it to Mahomes.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if somebody in the NFL offered you a 10-year contract as a punter? Offer you a 10-year contract, and basically they're going to tell you that 5 years of this contract is guaranteed. You wouldn't care where you were playing at, and you wouldn't even need to take top dollar. You'd just be happy to know that you got guaranteed money for 5 years.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I would say, tell me where to decide. What do I need to do? Do I need to wash your car? Do I need to massage your feet? Whatever I need to do.
It's absolutely bad business for the Green Bay Packers to do that. That is terrible advice on both ends. Trying to advise Jordan Love to basically say, I'm not going to do anything until after Dak Prescott signs, regardless of when he signs, if it is after the season, is stupid and is malpractice to think that he's going to play this season. But then on top of that, to think he's earned that, he has not. This guy is a Jordan Love stand bigger than I am.
Well, I don't think it's going to happen, so we can rest easy at night, but I'd be down for it if it did.
I wouldn't be down for it if we did, but you know what I'm down for? I'm down for celebrating more Summerfest. I'm down for cheering on our boy Benjamin Brust as he competes in the finals of the Alumni Charity Challenge right here at Summerfest. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and social media so you can stay up to date to see how our boy Ben Brust performs. We'll see round 2 if he's as hot as he was in round 1. Brad, enjoy your Cowboy concert tonight.
I will. Tyler Childers, let's go, baby.
Yeah, Tyler Childers, and everybody enjoy Summerfest. Thank you so much. This has been Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. The Homer Hour is coming up next.
Eastbound I-94 starting to slow down basically from Blue Mound Road all the way past Brookfield Road.